Hello, chat. Good Monday. Good Monday vibes. I hope you are all having a wonderful Monday, being productive or not. Either way. Welcome into episode 28 of the Echoing Isles, which we're getting some high numbers, man.
We're gonna hit 30 soon.
It's exciting.
It's our inability to actually focus on the main quest, and we're all side quest whores. We're gonna be here for
It's true.
3 years before we go over to Eternia and be like, what's happening here? And we're horrendously over leveled for anything that's happening.
We're gonna one-shot everything.
Nah, I believe Blaine would actually level it to us, but it's just it's how in video games.
Yeah. I'm under leveled for this boss, except I come back 80 hours later, and I am your god now.
Yeah.
By the way, Anna,
Uh-huh.
thank you for a subscription for 13 months, which is absolutely a lucky number.
It is in some places, which is the funny thing, but Surely only 20s today. Speaking of which, Mr. DM, I'd like to roll to steal your panties.
Yes. Feel free to start off with a good roll. Additionally,
This is fine.
my wonderful Liari, you get inspiration provided by the DM on all 3 of your rolls today for birthday.
Yay! More
Birthday buff.
panties!
Birthday buff.
Okay.
All right. Not on the first set of rolls here, but maybe we'll get there,
We'll get there. And one from chat. Let's go.
Go, Ryan.
On. Okay.
The
We're in there
party,
somewhere.
Mr. Ryan, is currently level 7, but hopefully not for long.
What does that mean? We're gonna lose levels now? We're losing experience.
We're gonna get knocked out. We're gonna go back to level 3.
They can't have levels if they're dead.
He's gonna kill us. Chad, he's gonna kill us.
Behind that, I hate the logic behind.
I feel like you're gonna Men in Black mind wipe us.
No, literally.
Oh my god.
It would
Wait.
be kind of funny to do an
I have a
episode
meme.
where we don't remember
Remember?
anything that's
there is-
happened, so we think we're level 3 again, but we're still level 7 in actuality. So we're doing things a lot easier than we should be, and we're huh, that's crazy.
So,
Crazy.
what? Well, actually, why don't we go ahead and start off with roll some history checks.
So true.
Yeah.
History.
Character.
Holy shit, why? Why?
You are doing
Why?
so good. Look at you go. So proud of you.
It would help if I remembered how to do anything. That would be great.
Two.
2. Yo.
A 0?
A 0.
That's pretty
I have a negative.
far.
I have a -1, so
I don't think I've ever seen a 0 before.
That's so impressive, honestly. So on that note, I feel like it's fairly obvious who gets the wonderful opportunity of doing the recap for this episode.
Yay!
Hey, Mad's recap of our shopping spree.
Let's go.
All right. So,
Oh right.
well, so not this previous episode, but the one before that, we had Dramageddon,
Yeah.
and we all
Dramageddon.
made up. And this was the story of us rekindling our friendship and becoming a group again. We all went. Wait, no, me. I think all of us actually. All of us went to Mushroom Lady Markella, and we did our little show and tell for her. Myself and Joe, and then I don't quite remember what happened there, but you guys made a deal with her for items.
I did, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
attempted to
I
show
forgot
her
Oh yeah.
my party trick, and she was
Oh yeah, you tried to do a party trick, and she was like, "I'm interested in real magic."
Damn.
And so then after that, we went shopping, and I'm trying to find something to become invisible. We found that one shop that the person was like pretending to be drunk, and then we called them out on it, and they were just being mean and being rude to us. And then you guys stole a bunch of stuff from the store,
yeah, we sure did.
and then we left.
Yeah. Fuck that bitch.
After that, it gets a little fuzzy on what happened.
We also attempted to go buy the ivory maw and convince them that we did the
Oh yeah,
thing.
we tried to collect a reward from defeating the beast, but we didn't have any proof, so we ended up taking another one.
Oh yeah, you
They
guys
said
did take
if we
another
talk
one.
to the mayor though, and he vouches for us, we can get paid.
Yeah, that's true. But
You
there
mean-
was that other job that they gave us that was like, you aren't good enough to do this.
It's such a good Weembold. What the fuck?
Oh, new Weem? Oh my god. Welcome to Eternia.
Wake up,
See ya.
adventurer.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
Weems are my favorite thing to do, I feel like. Just anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt the recap, but the idea came to me.
That's okay. That's about all I got. We had that one job that was offered to us, and they were told us that we could not do that because we were not strong enough, and we were like, "Wow, that's a challenge."
I mean, they didn't say you couldn't do it.
They highly advised us not to.
On top of Liari said, I don't feel like dying today. And then Mads took the lead towards the slums
Mhm.
because we had a different
Oh, yeah.
job for Mr. Mayor. Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, now we're walking through the alley, and Mads is trying to use their bit of street knowledge to try and find where they're supposed to be going, which we did
Smart.
end up finding.
You did fine,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
did manage to maneuver your way inside,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Let's
where
go
we're
gambling.
beginning today.
Let's go gambling.
Let's go game. So, I'm gonna make the Weem a little bit smaller now that we've all seen the Weem. I do love this Weem. This is a good one.
Banger Weem.
You really cooked.
Me when I ween.
Me when I Weem. So, let me go ahead and get you guys the visualization here.
Oh good, I need to re-immerse myself. Ooh. Swanky.
Ooh.
Swanky.
Do we get to gamble, Mr. DM?
Maybe you choose to. So, we'll redo your entry just in because we stopped as you stepped in the door. Now, the moment that your party steps through the door, the scent of lilac and cigar smoke curls around you. The interior of the warehouse's cavernous space has been transformed into something far grander, with plush carpets that swallow your footsteps, with gold embroidery glinting under the glow of floating orbs that sway and drift like lazy fireflies from the ceiling. Towards the left in the back is a hovering quartet of enchanted instruments that pluck out a smooth jazz tune, their melodies curling around the clink of glasses and the murmur of well-dressed guests. Nobles in elegant tailcoats and dresses rub shoulders with lowlives in semi-fine attire and silks, all seemingly sipping from crystal highball glasses and flutes or puffing on turquoise cigars. The smoke of some individuals exhaling that smoke into fleeting shapes such as a crown or a coin or so on. The air thrums with a controlled chaos, the rattle of dice, the slide of chips, the occasional burst of laughter as attendants in matching waistcoats and masks glide between the gaming tables, their faces hidden behind porcelain masks as they offer trays of cocktails or delicious bites. Will everyone please roll me a perception?
Love to. We need our all see.
Amazing.
No! We almost had 13, 14, 15.
Oh gosh.
So, with the middle DC of a 14,
Nah.
Mads and Pyrie, you are able to determine that these carpets are not sewn to the floor. They're, in fact, rolled out. All of the partitions, anything that is not part of like the actual quote-unquote furniture is on hidden casters. Everything in this location is very portable. And as you stand, all of you looking around at this display of opulence, a masked attendant approaches and offers you a selection of 2 drinks. One drink that seems to be darker and glow with little flecks of fire, and another one, red and silver, with a sphere of ice housing a raspberry. Their voice is muffled but polite as they address you, holding out the tray of drinks. Welcome to Chance's Carousel. The evening's main event will begin soon.
Before I take one, I'd like to look around to see which one is more commonly chosen amongst the crowd.
I will say with
Subtly.
your 13, because I'm gonna count it as the same look it around bit. It's pretty evened out. There's a lot of like generic gender choice. So a lot of men have the darker drink, a lot of women have the lighter drink. However, there are a lot of individuals who do not inherently represent either, and they have a variety of the drinks.
And none of them seem to be behaving particularly bizarre in one way or the other.
Doesn't seem out of the ordinary, but you can roll insight.
Sure.
Oh god, that's right. You have
I
like
love
the
when
hella
my 3
good.
looks like a 19.
You have the hella good.
I thought you got a 3 for a second. I was so confused on what.
I did.
No.
I rolled a 3.
They did.
It looks like a 19.
They cannot get lower than a 10, and then they add their modifiers. So yeah. So 19. Yeah. Anyway, with a 19, Liari, looking around, it just seems like everyone's having a good time. But there's probably something about the drink, perhaps something magical, but you're not sure. However, with that knowledge, you can now roll an Arcana check on the drinks if you'd like.
Sure. I got nothing going on there at all.
Well, usually fire is not in a drink, so there's probably something magical in them.
Yeah. So true. I think I'll take the one with the raspberry in it then, but I will be cautious about drinking it. Like, I'll try to, like, fake drink it, basically, for now.
Okay. Fake drink. Got you.
Yeah.
The masked individual turns to the rest of the party, extending the drink tray outwards. And as this individual speaks to you, you see that the mask itself is obviously made of some kind of porcelain or ceramic. And while the entirety of the mask is solid, the mouth portion of the mask shifts and moves when this individual speaks to you. He pulls the tray and kind of holds it out towards you. Says, "And what drinks would you like?" Everybody just stares.
The alcoholic double fists them.
Joe will reach out first. And he grabs the darker drink with the fiery looking bits in it.
Ari doesn't want to drink it. These things, they look funny.
They look funny.
Matt's is gonna reach and grab 2. One for me and one for Pyrie, but like we're still connected mentally, correct?
Yeah.
I believe
till,
you
like,
have it
midnight,
reset for
basically,
7 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't. All right, gotcha. I'll mentally like tell Pyrie, you don't have to drink it, just put it in your hand. And hand one to Pyrie as well.
She's gonna just awkwardly hold it then.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Puts it in ham bone.
Puts it in ham. The individual allows you to take your drinks, steps backwards, does a very slight bow. Says, "Feel free to engage in the games while you wait for the main event." And turns, walks away.
Mentally, while I'm scoping out tables, I'm gonna say, well, main event sounds like something's going to happen. If we can't find our hosts by then, they'll surely show up for that. I would be wary of the drinks, though, since we don't know what's in them. I don't know if anybody knows what's in them, but
Can I
think
like,
it's...
smell it and try to see if I can figure out what it is?
Sure, yeah. Give me an Arcana.
I'll continue to explain. I think it's foolish of them to drug their customers if they want to keep their business open, but better safe than sorry.
With the 12, you know they're magical. You don't know why they're magical.
So true, bestie.
Can I do the funny
You
thing?
sure can.
What do I roll?
Arcana.
You're the guy for that, probably.
Hey.
Even better. Thank God.
18.
Here we go. Information.
I know it's 19, but 18 was the
19.
DC.
Let's go, baby.
Pyrie, taking a sniff of your drink. You can determine how familiar is Pyrie with any sort of liquor.
I feel like
It's made from plants.
Lance.
Yes, but I feel like in general, like, she would be semi-familiar because of how she was raised with the snack you buy. And,
Okay.
like, those, they would 100% fucking try and, like, make wines and shit with the fruit and,
Yeah, the
like,
partiers.
get people drunk. And so she's familiar, but is, like, she's had a drink here and there, but
Okay,
otherwise
okay.
it's kind of like, eh.
So then, with that in mind, Pyrie, with your understanding of alcohol, you're able to determine that this drink itself is a generic but very well crafted drink. For high table, it is a tequila and pomegranate liquor drink with a raspberry inside. Additionally, Pyrie, with that roll, the actual magical component of this drink will stain the lip of the drinker, like the lips of the drinker, to be slightly redder for an hour. And when you take a sip the first time, your next charisma check is either a critical success or a critical failure.
Oh,
Oh.
That's fun.
wow.
Pyre doesn't raise
What does
those. So
Joe's
that's
do?
funnier.
What is what?
What does Joe's do?
I'll give it to you
Didn't he grab the other one?
since we did the 19 on it. The other one is a high table, a black rum infused with vanilla, some charred oak, and what is Hellfire bitters. The first sip will grant advantage on perception checks for 10 minutes. That's it. There's nothing else that happens if you continue to drink that drink.
That is so interesting that they provide that to their guests.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
Fascinating.
Seems counterintuitive, don't you think?
I don't like the way you pose that question, Mr. DM.
How to fuck with your
Not
flavors.
a...
So
I was
anyway,
already thinking it, but then when you say it, it makes me...
so as you guys look
Okay.
around the room, I will say you do see a lot of trays and whatnot filled with the drinks, filled with bites, some small little single bite finger foods. There are some individuals with turquoise cigars that they go and hand out. There are a number of individuals at a whole bunch of tables. However, you do see that there are 2 available tables. There seems to be a game that has to do with a coin being flipped. And then there seems to be some sort of card game at a different table.
Okay. Just
That's all.
those 2 coins and cards?
Coins and cards. Those are going to be your available games.
What do we feel like?
Let's do coins.
Coin?
I'm gonna wander
Coins.
over to coins.
Define, like, coin flip it? What? Coin what?
If
What are
you're
the coins?
if you're looking at the coin game, there seems to be an individual with a mask, with people sitting at their table, much like you would a card game. The attendant will flip the coin, and it's very much like the coin is 2 colored. It's red or black, and you just bet on red or black. It's a 1-to-1.
Hmm.
There are special rules, but you have to play it to
Can
find
I-
out.
Could we also peek at the card game and see
Sure.
what that does?
There is a card game that includes 3 cards. There seems to be an angel, a devil, and a joker card. It seems like whichever card is flipped last is what determines whether you win or not.
Huh. Also, Mr. DM, can I tell what the Annie is per table before we walk up to Annie? Can I
Yeah, I'd say so. Most of the tables do not have a denotated amount. Actually, would they have a denotated? Actually, they would not have a denotated amount because, for reasons. It looks like people are
Fascinating.
just betting however much they'd like to bet. It doesn't inherently look like there's...
That kind
Oh.
of makes sense considering all classes are allowed in here
Mhm.
from Porterage. Fascinating. Okay, then I'm gonna... Basically, by asking that, I was determining whether or not I need to slip them some money before we sit down, because as far as I'm aware, the party is pretty poor in general.
Pay for it.
And I
have
hold
some money, not a lot.
Yeah. Even though I bought a bunch of stuff throughout the day, I think I still hold the most, so I was gonna divvy up, but I think we'll let them just play with what they have for now. We'll see what happens. I feel like we're gonna get scammed anyway. All right, I'm ready. We want to do coin then?
Coins.
Okay.
Yippee!
All right. As your party steps forwards towards one of the open tables with an additional 4 seats available, every table has 5 seats. So your party takes up 4 of the available seats at one coin table. As you sit down, before the attendant addresses you, you see that a stunningly gorgeous tiefling in a flowing silver gown that moves like a liquid mercury, with a high back collar framing a smiling face, steps forward and takes a seat in the remaining chair on the far side, because I presume you would all sit next to each other. She has a...
Actually, I was gonna sit out for one.
Oh, that's fine.
Not as a player, yeah.
She has some silver platinum hair, which is braided. She has curled horns, which are wrapped with very thin chains that are strung with playing dice. And as she walks and sits, they clink softly. I would like for anyone who is interested in looking at this individual to roll me a perception check.
Yeah. For reference, I'll be standing behind Mads because Mads said they were taking the lead on this one. So I'll be kind of not quite bodyguard vibes, but kind of like, you know.
Liarian Pyre, she's just a very beautiful tiefling.
So true. I got distracted, Mr. DM.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's just wow.
Mads, as this individual sits down at the table and smiles widely, almost dazzlingly, at your group, you do see that the smile does not reach her eyes, and you get the distinct impression that it's all a show, and they are dead on the inside for whatever reason. Not like actual undead, but like, you know.
Yeah. Kind of note that mentally and just walk up to the table confident and hi, I'd like to partake in your game here.
Are you addressing the attendant?
Yes.
Okay. The attendant looks at you, and then is as they look down and it seems like they're going to say something, they immediately stand up and they are walked out of the way by the attendant who helped you in the beginning, the one whose mask and mouth moves. This attendant steps up to the table, says, "Hello, my friends. I'm glad to have you here. If you need anything at all, please feel free to call on me. My name is Silas. Now, are you ready to play Red and Black?"
Yeah, I am ready. However, why can't the lady help me?
The lady is a guest, just like you.
Oh.
She is very welcome to join the game. I'll look at the lady, and the lady will look at you, since you're engaging. And she will give you a very big smile, again, not reaching her eyes, say, "I would be happy to play a game." She reaches into like what looks like a side purse and pulls out 5 platinum.
What the shit?
Sets it down on this there's a little square where you place your bet. And then she turns over to you, Mads, and kind of waits.
Ire's just gonna be confused and sit there staring and looking back and forth at them while swirling the drink that she is very much not drinking at the moment.
I see. Perhaps we had different ideas on playing the game. Perhaps another time. And Mads is gonna give her a good wink and back off.
As
Oh,
soon as
wait.
you
Wow.
as soon as you attempt to stand up, the woman will reach over and place her hand on yours, kind of keeping you in place. I'll cover your first one. And she pulls out 5 more platinum and places it on your spot.
What the fuck? Pulls it out from where, Mr. DM?
Her little purse. She's got like a little purse.
Obviously.
Where is it located?
If she is sitting, it would probably be in her lap.
I just,
Hmm.
for high table's sake, I need you to see the gift that I put in general. Because that is fiery at the moment.
Yeah.
That's so on point. Just the eye shifting.
Just looking back and forth like, what's that?
Mads is gonna look at this giant stack of money and be really confused on why they're doing this. I'm gonna look at her in just disbelief, just why would you do this for me?
Wow.
Money is not the most important thing. Company can be. Friendship. Love. She turns to Silas, says, flip the coin, darling. Silas, this entire time, has been kind of like flipping the coin in his fingers, like, you know how trick people do that.
Mhm.
The mask itself kind of smiles very widely. Will everyone please roll a perception roll? And then I will tell you the mechanics of the game.
Well,
Right? It's an interesting mask. That mask really just, it moves and it's strange. The eyes stay very still, but the mouth itself curls, or like the mouth portion of the mask curls. Pyrie, with a 23, you get a C.
I always see God. What do you mean?
I know. I always see. Pyrie, that mask smiles interesting, and it's just slightly too wide. You're able to catch a glimpse behind the mask, and it reveals a glimpse of stitched lips beneath it.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Who? Now, who's the mask? What?
All right. Clarification. The mask is the attendant. The mask's
Silas.
the attendant's name is Silas. He's the one who offered you a drink when you came in, and he is the one who is providing
Yes,
the
serial
dealing
killer
for the
man.
game.
Got it.
And then you have your tiefling friend that you don't know the name of yet. So,
Oh, fun.
mechanics
so he's
of the
talking,
game.
but has stitchy mouthy.
Sure does.
Yeah, meaning he's
You know,
been talking,
the second,
but we.
the second you
shouldn't
said
be
his
able
name
to-
was Silas, the second
Yeah.
you said his name was Silas,
Uh-huh.
all I needed to know because that is serial killer fucking name.
Uh-huh.
it really is.
Anyways,
So, the red or black, the mechanics of this game is you will bet on red or black, obviously. Red is going to be, we're going to roll a d6. It will be 1 through 3 is red, and 4 through 6 is black. If a 1 or a 6 is rolled, you roll again. It does not change the outcome of the initial roll. However, let's say if I roll a 6, if I roll a 6, and if I roll a 6 again, the house takes the red.
Has Silas been drinking?
Probably not with that
I'm gonna
stitched
tell you
mouth.
right now, I'm gonna be confused the whole time, and I will not understand what's happening.
Like
Is it like a
actual
Riley
or
or you?
Both.
I love that not one but two people asked.
Both. We're just in character, you know?
I love that. So
Do you know in Monopoly how like when you roll doubles,
I'm
you
gonna
roll
tell you
again?
no right now.
mhm.
I was waiting for that too.
Tell you no right now.
Anyway, Monopoly,
Okay.
yes.
I'm still gonna
I
go
don't
with
think
the
I've
analogy
ever
because it's a good one.
properly played Monopoly once in my life.
Perfect. So in Monopoly, there's 2 dice that you roll. If you roll doubles of any
Okay.
number, you get to roll again. So you take your turn and then you take another turn. If you do that
Okay.
3 times in a row, you insta go to jail. That's it. So it's kind of the same idea here, where if you roll either a 1 or a 6, meaning on the high or low end of the spectrum, it gets re-rolled. And then if it happens again, the house takes all your money. You're in jail. It's all gone. No more.
Okay.
Yes. To clarify that rule set, the only reason the second roll happens is to check for another 1 or 6. It does not change the initial roll of red or black,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Okay, so more
So
money
for-
is not put
so
on the
for
table.
example-
So like if you roll a 6 and then roll like a 2,
Mhm.
the thing is still black.
Yes.
Okay, understood.
Cool. So with that in mind, I assume that no one else is placing a bet.
Looks at Pyrie and Joe, I guess, because I'm not sitting. I was eyeballing that lady's purse, but if it's in her lap, that's a little rough even for me.
Question.
I
So
would like Mads to be very visibly sweating and like scared out of their mind because I feel
have
like
a
they've never
question.
seen this much money.
none
Question?
of us have, I don't think. Question. Because it doesn't matter, like, there's no, like, chips or anything, I'm assuming I can just, like, if I just wanted to put 1 gold down, I can just put 1 gold
You
down.
sure can, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, can I do that?
Sure.
Pyrie feels left out and wishes to attempt the thing and doesn't really understand what's happening.
So Pyrie
You
places
guys
down
wanna
1
bet on
gold.
red or black?
So in front of you would be a
Black. Go
box
high
with
or
red or black, yeah.
Yeah, black.
Okay.
Mads, where did your bet end up?
What do you mean?
Your friend
put on
placed
red or
a bet
black?
for you
Oh. Red.
on red. Let's see where they put their bet. They put their bet on red as well. So, there are 5 platinum from this tiefling woman. There is 5 platinum from Mads. Both of those are on red. Pyrie has 1 gold on black. The smile on
hope
Silas's mask grows just a little bit as he takes the coin that he's been rolling between his fingers and flips it. You hear that ching as the coin flies up, the black and red sides flipping through the air. It lands on red. Silas
Okay.
takes coins from seemingly nowhere, flips them through his hands, and sets a stack of 5, platinum each, 1 stack for your friend, 1 stack for Mads. Pyrie, he takes your gold coins. Go ahead and remove that from your inventory. The tiefling simply turns and smiles at you, Mads. Says, "Now you can afford to play on your own."
Suppose you're right.
You're suddenly very rich.
Now that we're here and we're gambling together, shouldn't I know your name by now?
Oh, darling, I'm so sorry. I have forgotten. My name is Lady Vespera de Argent. But you-
Lovely to meet you, lady. I'm gonna try to bow and look like I know what to do.
Oh, please, do not bow. It is an empty title, my dear. And what is your name?
I'm Mads. Mads
Mads?
Fleetfoot.
Mads Fleetfoot.
Whoa. Full government name almost.
Damn.
A lovely name. It matches your personality. What?
kinda- Snorts. What? What is that supposed to mean?
And what brings you to such a despicable establishment as this? If you don't mind.
Have some business to attend to, but figured we would, see what this place has to offer. Never find many gambling halls, especially ones that are always on the move.
Yes, it's not so hard to find once you have the eye of the proprietor, and she kind of like from the top of her dress, she slowly like pulls out just the edge of what looks to be like a red playing card, and then slides it back into the dress.
I noticed that.
Oh yeah, she did it specifically so you would see.
Okay.
Can I see anything on the card? Any writing or anything?
Yeah, perception on that.
Can I as well?
Yeah, have that.
I just figured that because I'm behind, I might have like an angle on it, but I'm fucking blind as shit, so I don't know.
Same. I'm right there and I don't see
Pyre is
anything.
I love-
everything.
I
Oh
love
my God,
Pyres just like bam.
You hear it all, you see it all.
Yeah, I got a +8 on that, alright?
It's awesome.
Pyre,
Pyre's
well,
just sitting observing.
so Liari and Mads, you do not get to see anything other than the fact that it looks like a playing card that is very red. Pyre, though, you see all. The card is beautifully emblazoned, like it has like these nice filigree on it. It's primarily red, and it has an angel. It has the same 3 symbols in the card games that you guys saw earlier. So the angel, the devil, and the jester on it.
So in the eye of the proprietor. By the sounds of it, you don't seem too pleased to have that. So maybe I don't need it as well.
I have made many a deal in these hallowed halls. Not always for the best. Isn't that right, Silas? Silas does not reply, but is currently just... His hands are constantly busy, and he's just rolling coins, like a coin from one hand to the other, back and forth, waiting for you all to place another bet. He doesn't talk much, but he's good company.
Yeah, seems like a great listener.
Pyre
Yes.
is gonna mumble and be like, why? Because he can't speak.
God.
Do I hear that?
I don't know,
Do you hear that? I assume Pyre's on the
Yeah.
other side of you, so whether or not
Yeah.
she heard that is debatable.
In the mind, I'm gonna be like, what do you mean, Pyre?
Now his mouth is stitched shut.
But he's been talking to us.
It's not him.
Oh, oh joy. what to do about that.
Mm,
Time to place another bet.
okay. What are you placing down?
I'll place one.
One
My new
platinum?
fancy. One platinum.
You currently have 10. So
Oh,
one.
that's how that works? Oh, the house paid up.
Yeah,
Oh.
the house pays up if you win.
Okay.
It's a
Can I
1-to-1,
That-
except for
Oh.
the house winning.
But they took Pyrie's gold, question mark?
Yes, if you
I
lose,
went on
you
black.
lose the gold.
Pyre was
So-
on black, not red.
Is it
Correct.
safe to
Yeah.
assume then that she gave me 5?
Yeah, she gave you
Platinum?
5 platinum. She placed a bet
yeah.
of 5
And then when
platinum.
you
I'd like
won, the house
to-
paid out another 5.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I'd like to give her back her 5.
Wow.
Hang on.
I don't think that's gonna be taken very well, but alright.
Darling,
I mean,
I do not need that. It is for you to keep. I
it's a 3,000 gold.
probably won't need it too much longer anyway.
Are you sure?
Oh.
I've always been told to pay my debts. I don't want anything outstanding if necessary.
Mr. DM,
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps we could just be friends and we could call that even.
Pyrie, what's your question?
with her saying that, because obviously Pyre is listening into this nonsense this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make like, I don't know if I should make it a perception check.
What are you
or,
looking for?
I'm like more heavily investigating her
Ah,
and like
insight is
her
what you're looking
everything.
for.
Insight.
Insight. That's what you're looking for. And specifically with this insight, you just want information that you can glean from her.
Yeah, just from like seeing her physically and stuff, like, because when someone makes a comment like that, it usually means that they're gonna fucking die soon. So like,
Oh, you're doing like a physical? You're like bend over
Like-
and cough?
like Pyre's gonna like be eyeing her and like looking more intently at her for like either like anything that's potentially off in any way.
Well, did say she looks dead inside, so I don't know.
With your insight,
Maybe she is dying inside, and that's what we need to know.
with your insight, Pyrie, you can definitely determine that there is something that must have happened in this individual's past that is left them unhappy, almost hollow, perhaps. Physically, you're pretty good with telling when people are sick, you know, being a
Mhm.
druid and all, and she looks perfectly healthy, like very fit. There's
Looks like
nothing
physically
physically
healthy?
wrong. There's nothing physically wrong with her as far as you can tell. The only glean of information you can get is the smile does not reach her eyes.
Fun.
So, Mats,
Mhm.
as you extend the money and an offer of friendship, she does give you a slightly more genuine smile, and there's a touch of life that reaches her eyes because of your genuineness. But she pushes as you extend the money out in your hand, she kind of closes your hand for you with the money inside. And kind of pushes it just a little bit away. No, thank you, darling. I have plenty. I do not need more. I would appreciate your friendship, of course. At least for tonight. A night filled with festivities and eccentricities. Shall we play again?
Sure.
Mentally, I want to be like, Mads, don't fumble this bag. You're already fumbling the mushroom, lady.
Fucking Christ.
Uh,
Well, friends, let's gamble again then, shall we?
of course. You can't afford. You know what? Let's go and have fun with this, don't you think? She places 10 platinum on the spot. On red.
I'll put 5 down.
Okay. On
No,
Black.
Riz.
on black.
Uh-huh.
Lady Vespera gives you a "oh, is that how it is?" kind of smile.
Oh, Lord.
I wink at her.
Lord.
Give me a charisma check, Mads.
Did you sip your drink? That matters.
At any given time, if you do sip your drink, please let me know.
Okay.
The wink
I would
does
like to put 1 gold down.
1 gold. What color?
What did Mads choose again?
Black.
5 plat on black.
I'm gonna stay black.
Okay.
I'm gonna bet she's just gonna bet black the whole time.
Got it.
Oh.
Mads, as you give a
Says
little
the person who bet red last.
wink to that smile, you
No, you did black.
you see almost a almost like a chuckle happen, but like in a I'm trying to decide how to Mads, give me an insight. This woman
Yay.
is very much enjoying whatever it is that is happening. But it is unclear whether she even knows what she is, whether or not she even understands what is happening. So,
What?
she's
Okay, all right.
enjoying she's enjoying the, let's say, the flirtatious nature of the activity, whether or not that leads to
One-sided
anything.
flirtatious nature.
Whether or not that goes anywhere is debatable, if that tracks.
This is so funny.
With that in mind, the bets are placed. Silas and his smile grow again. He rolls, or he flips the coin in the air. Red. Mads, your 5 platinum is pulled away. Pyrie, your 1 gold is pulled away. Please remove those from your inventories. Lady Vespera gets 10 more platinum. And just sort of laughs. Just this soft little chuckle as she shakes her head at the now 20 platinum sitting in front of her.
I'm gonna also laugh and kind of give her a clap. Well done.
Ah, thank you, dear. I think I am done for now. You are welcome to continue, of course. It's been very nice playing with you. I hope I get to see you again before the night is over. She
Likewise.
She stands, collecting her winnings and putting it into her bag. Gives you one additional smile, and we're gonna do a roll to see this. Getting up definitely did not need to use your shoulder as a brace, but did, and left.
Uh-huh.
God damn it, Mads! I told you not to fumble that. Why'd
I
you
got
let her
us
leave?
I got us 5 platinum. I don't think I fumbled anything.
We could have milked her for more.
The night is still young. We still haven't even met the guy yet. Besides, she said she wanted to see us before the night was over, so I mean, if we make a point to find her later, figure it out.
You can always try milking things later.
However,
Give
I
us some
think I am
pointers.
done with gambling for today. I'd like to take my winnings.
Will everybody please roll me a perception check?
Oops, wrong one.
My God, you and these
Wow.
perception checks. It's always so good.
T.
All right. Liara, you don't see diddly shit.
Yeah,
Just so you're aware.
I was distracted.
You watched that tiefling walk away a little too long.
That tracks.
That
I
really
was also mentally like trying to look for my moment to see if I can swipe anything from her bag, so I was distracted.
I think you might have missed that moment, but
I didn't feel
Mads.
like there was a good one.
Mads and Pyrie see this portion. Mads, you hear over at a different table. Do you know who my father is? Wait, don't actually say that. Don't answer that. You hear this stumbling sound then you turn. You see a very pudgy, sweaty human in a very overstuffed velvet doublet with his cuffs of his very fancy shirt are stained with some sort of black liquid, probably the drink he is carrying that is sloshing all over the place. He has some very thinning hair that is plastered to his sweaty forehead. And then his other hand is free of anything, but has a very large signet ring on that he is using his thumb to sort of fiddle with. Pyrie, however, looking very close at the signet ring he is fiddling with, it looks like a stag on the signet ring. And looking at it from here, it looks like it's been cracked. And kind of giving him a better once-over than you did initially. All of the clothing he is wearing seems to have multiple rips and tears that have been very poorly repaired, as if someone who has never sewn in their life has attempted to do these repairs themselves. The individual sort of stumbles over into your direction, but has not yet engaged with your group. So you can theoretically try to avoid him or not.
Yeah, I'd like to steer clear.
Yeah.
I'm good. Can I do we see who he's messing with? Like, do we know them?
No, he was yelling that at one of the attendants of another game, and has stumbled away with his drink and is stumbling seemingly in your direction, and then veers off to the side, seemingly chasing after one of the attendants with the little delicious bites on them. So, you are now sitting at the table that has Silas, and your friend has left. There's another game, or you can kind of check out the rest of the digs here.
I think I'd like to look around and see if I can see anything interesting happening.
Yeah, I go wiggling around.
I'm interested to
Observing.
see specifically if we can see any more of that card that lady had.
Oh, if you could find more of that card or something?
If I can either like see like people using the card, you know, like a place where you can use the card to get like special access.
I see, I see.
VIP.
You give me a perception roll for that. Everybody else is looking around for what exactly? If anything, exact.
I don't know about anything in like particular. Probably just like who are the fanciest people, the richest people in the room?
Oh,
Let's go with that.
what
I was about
a
to
good
say,
question.
yeah, that
Perception.
lady is now like piquing my interest by way of she was too easy, and had her bag be positioned any differently, I probably would have just stolen straight up. So now I'm kind of looking for easy marks, as if I was like out on the streets like grifting again. That's
right.
what I'm looking for. That's what I
Perception
want.
then. Let's go. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you all did
Wow,
over
the
20s.
one thing I see. The
Holy
one thing I
shit.
see.
I'm so proud of you guys. Okay. All right. We're going to start with Mads. We're going to go in order. Mads, looking around for another one of those red cards or a place where they're being used, you don't see anything. You don't see anything that is using them. They're not being played with. They're not even visible anywhere. The only time you saw it was when she pulled it out from her dress for you to kind of see. However, looking around for any place you could possibly use it, there does seem to be an offshoot of a room down a different hallway that is currently being guarded by a couple of more burly looking individuals in those porcelain masks. It looks like a private area of some sort. With
Other
that in
direction,
mind,
lady.
Pyrie,
Yeah.
looking around for the richest or at least the most interesting individuals in the room.
Yeah.
There are let's say four individuals here. You have Lady Vespera, who you've met.
Yes.
You also see someone who's almost out of place. There's a very scruffy, half-elf looking guy who is absolutely drowning in a moth-eaten emerald tailcoat that is 3 sizes too big, who is clutching a rabbit's foot. He has what looks like a kind of a ceremonial sheath of blades strapped to his side, which has seen very much better days. He has a very patchy beard, and looking at him from this distance, it looks like it's singed on one side. Yeah. This individual is currently playing the 3-card game. You also see what looks like a very strikingly tall goblin at 4 feet, who is draped in a backless gown of black feathers, with very elongated fingers tipped with gold rings. You can hear the clinking of those rings from here. She is currently standing off to the side, sipping on the drink with blood-red lips, and her amber eyes are looking around at everyone with a very wide grin, showing very sharp incisors, so almost like they were filed teeth. She is
Scissors.
She is currently smoking from a very long ivory pipe, and it emits rings of almost a purple smoke. The only other people of note that aren't just in generic fancy clothes would be the pudgy fat guy that just walked by. And with a 24 in perception, Pyrie, I will also give you the only attendant in this entire vicinity that you are able to see that has a mask that shifts is Silas, who is currently watching your group. Now,
Oh, that's cryptastic.
isn't that great?
Yeah, that's weird.
Liari, you're looking for easy marks. Fat pudgy guy seems like an easy mark.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Belligerent, drunk, and potentially wealthy.
I would say, let's take a look here. There are 2 easy marks, one being fat and ugly, and then let's say another individual in a tailcoat who is being a little uncareful with their coin purse. So,
Fantastic.
who would like to take that information and do something with it first?
Pyrie is going to keep an eye on Silas.
Okay, noted.
Start watching.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with Pyrie, and kind of just keep an eye out for our lady friend, the tiefling, whose name I have forgotten.
I wrote it down.
Lady Vespera.
Thank you.
You know what occurs to me right now is, man, somehow you always seem to meet the fancy lady.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm always put in charge to meet
I
them.
don't know how we get in these situations. That's very funny. Anyway,
They
Rich
just
ladies
like the
love the
RBF.
poor
They see it as a
time.
challenge, and they're like, "I like that. That's for me.
I'm so rough
I
around
look
the
too
edge.
fun."
I can. They're like, I can fix this one.
I want to do something, but I don't want Shy to hate me for it.
It's like, I just say it.
It's like the same effect as Frank Gallagher, where for some reason he just pulls the ladies from Shameless, the dad. He just pulls like the richest people or the fanciest people that just want to take care of him and fix him. But he's like, but
You
he's
can't
a
fix anybody in that show.
no, you can't. But like, it's the same type of effect where they're just like, I can fix them.
Yeah, there's something about you just got that something. And
you
they
got
like
you got
it.
short queen energy.
No, literally, that's what it is. It's like your snack size, and they're like,
Oh, maybe they want to put you in your pocket. Maybe that's
Oh,
what
God.
it is.
They want to kidnap me?
If you find
Yes.
someone who you can like, if you could like get into their pocket, like because they're giant sized or whatever, can we put you in their pocket for funsies?
I mean, we can try if they're not trying to kill me.
That sounds great.
okay. Whereabouts in the room are the marks in comparison to where we are now? Because they're just eyeballing Silas, but standing at the coin flip table that we were just at.
Yeah. I would say
Belligerent-
you'd be able to maneuver your way over to the far, like, right side of the room in order to find the tail-coated individual with the loose coin purse. The pudgy fellow has wandered towards the back, following a tray of finger foods, which he is now profusely eating a lot of.
Are any of them particularly in line towards going to another game? where it would not be particularly out of place or suspicious to just simply walk past them.
Your tailcoat individual would be on the way to the next game, which is your 3-card game.
Okay. Mentally, I'm not going to tell people my plan, but mentally I'm going to say, why don't we head over to the other game as a group and see if we can meet more individuals that are loose with their money.
Sure.
Okay.
And since I've convinced them to walk on our way over, I will stealthfully do the accidental bump and snatch, I guess, if you're familiar.
Performance
I'm
and sleight of
sorry.
hand, please.
Well, I don't know about
Because you're putting on a show, you're not just stealing.
that. Okay, that's not bad.
Alright.
Could have been worse.
The fact that it's just almost impossible to fail, right?
I know. Yeah, that's why the performance was fair. The performance was fair.
So as you, your group makes your way off to the next available table, a couple things are happening.
I will say I'm not trying to. I should elaborate. I'm not trying to take the whole purse. I'm simply skimming some of it so that it may be chalked up to margin of error.
I see.
If that makes sense.
Of course. Liari, as you bump into this individual, you are able to very subtly, very quickly pull the coin purse's loop, pour a handful very smoothly into your own. And as you step away, giving the motion of, oh, I'm so sorry, or whatnot, you continue on your way. 25 platinum richer.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And my party doesn't know either. Let's go.
As a point of interest, because I meant to mention this earlier, you said like 3,000. A platinum is 10 gold. It's not 100 gold, just to be clear.
Oh, okay.
It's still a lot, don't
That's
get me
a-
wrong.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But it's not thousands.
I was gonna say 1,000 earlier. I was like, this feels too generous of Mr. DM.
Indeed, I'm not that nice. Pyrie, you've been keeping an eye
Yeah.
on Silas.
I have.
By
Particularly.
extension, a couple of things are happening. One, Silas has kept his eye on your group entirely. He has not removed his eyes from your group once. And as you
Mhm.
make your way towards the table with the other game, Silas also makes his way towards the table with the other game. As Silas begins moving from the red or black game table, Pyrie, with a 24 perception, you do also see that Lady Vespera is watching Silas, though you can't really glean why. So, with that in mind, you all make your way to the other table. Again, 5 chairs are available.
I'll keep
Who's-
doing the bodyguard, not bodyguard thing
Okay.
behind meds.
Pyrie, will you sit at the table?
Sure.
Sure. Joe is gonna stand behind you in the same fashion. He's following Liari's lead.
Fantastic.
So, as you all sit down, there is what looks to be a female attendant with the cards on the table. And as she reaches forward to take them, she is ushered out of the way by our lovely Silas, who steps forward and begins sort of flipping the cards in his hand as he waits. While that exchange is happening, that scruffy half-elf gentleman in the 3 sizes too big tailcoat kind of steps over, and you can hear a little bit of clinking as his ceremonial blade seems to be clinking against perhaps some sort of like metal legging or something underneath the tailcoat. It's hard to gauge. And he comes and takes a seat just on the other side of Pyrie. As he sits there, Pyrie, based on your... Oh, no shit. Actually, your passive perception sees everything. God damn. Liari and Mads, please roll me a perception. Pyrie, you do not have to roll. You just see it.
Awesome.
I see it this time too.
Yay, look at you go.
I found my eyes. I stopped being distracted by pretty lady.
Pretty lady. Mads, the only thing that you see is this individual has some kind of bloodshot eyes, and they dart around a lot.
Oh my god.
Liari and Pyrie. This individual has been walking around with a rabbit's foot in his hand at all time. He seems to just continually be stroking the rabbit's foot, like in almost a nervous tick. With a DC of 18, you see that the individual has had the rabbit's foot kind of held up to a particular portion of their tailcoat where there seems to be a leather strap. The leather strap is seemingly being bitten, and there seems to be some kind of like saliva left on it. And it seems like it's coming from the rabbit's foot.
Wait, the rabbit foot is being bitten, or the rabbit foot is biting something?
Let's say the rabbit's foot is biting a piece of leather.
I am confused and concerned all at the same time.
You should be.
If I had to give a high table guess, because it might not be this, but the way that's giving, like, the rabbit's foot is not a foot, but it is the rabbit, but there's some sort of illusion magic to make it look like it is only the foot, but the whole rabbit is still there, and it's just nomming. That's like the image that my brain has as of this moment. It could be worse than that.
See, I was thinking more like a creature that he's feeding the rabbit. Like
That's
he's
also
feeding the
horrifying.
thing. Or like, and it looks like it's supposed to be a rabbit's foot, but it's not a rabbit's foot.
Like a mimic moment.
Yeah.
Well,
So anyway.
huh.
Also, anyway, Nee. What do you mean?
So this individual sits next to you. The rabbit foot seemingly chewing on a piece of leather. As he turns over to you, he's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
He's talking to Pyrie, right?
He's talking to Pyrie.
Oh. You should not be talking to me. That's confusing. Boy howdy, is Pyrie simply just gonna look at him and just look at the foot and then kind of stare at him, and then that's it. Because she's just confused by the creature that is on his hip, back, side,
Hand. It's literally
whatever
a
it is
rabbit's.
that he's holding.
It's a physical, like, rabbit's foot. Like, you know, it has the little, like, chain on it and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a rabbit's
Yeah.
foot. But from your perspective, because now you're sitting right next to him, like, the bottom of the foot, that is where toes are, has teeth. And is, like, biting
Shit.
and teething on a strip of leather that he has tucked into his oversized tailcoat. As you kind of stare at it, he looks between you and he looks between the little rabbit's foot. And he kind of turns it away a little bit, as if you're like... I don't know how to phrase that other than, like, invading his privacy.
Invading his privacy? I'm the one who
Don't
has
talk to me or my
injected
son ever again.
first. Pyre's just gonna kind of look at it, or like, look at him, like, confused. And then just be like, it's drooling. She's gonna say this out loud.
It's drooling.
It's leaving drool! It's like
Oh my god.
chopping! She's just more confused as to what the fuck this is.
He's
so.
gonna look at you again and kind of see how you're dressed, and you look very, like, druidy, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it. He's gonna kind of, like,
Yeah.
look side to side, like, really sketchy like. And he's gonna turn towards you, like, rabbit foot in between you and him. And he's gonna be like, this is Biddy.
What is it?
He's my little friend.
Pyre's going to yell in the funny little brain space and be like, Larry, someone's showing me their biddy. Because she's panicking and she's just like, I don't know what that is. I don't want to touch it. That doesn't look natural.
Matt's is gonna
What?
walk in on this. We're turning around. We're going right towards Pyre.
I assume you're just sitting on the other side of Pyre.
Yeah.
Perfect.
just-
We're also staring at him, dead in his soul.
Yeah, I'm just because I'm aware of it, so I'm gonna be like, I see that. I don't know why you're freaking out. This seems right up your alley. This is something that's very you coded.
It's not. It's a foot, but it has teeth and it's drooling. What is it? My things don't drool.
At
I don't know
this
what that
point,
is.
at this point, you can hear a little as it's biting down even harder on the leather.
What am
gonna
I
eat
supposed to
through
do
the
with this
seat.
information?
Just be nice to the man and his biddy, and we'll. I don't know. Maybe show him your ham bone or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point. Where is Hambone right now?
I've been holding on to Hambone this whole time.
Oh,
He
that's my
doesn't
bad.
leave.
I have a different roll to make. Hang on. Okay.
I simply hold on to him.
Does
Like,
does yours eat leather too?
Harry's gonna look very confused and then look at him like do that like slow, like small shake of the head and be like, no. He doesn't really eat things.
Oh, that's really lucky. This one eats a lot. It's tiny right now. He's gonna eat a lot more when he gets bigger. He's my little guy, and he's gonna give him a little like stroke on the top of the foot.
So
You're gonna watch as the foot yawns and like kind of leans into the scritches, if you will. It is a giant mouth. Like the whole bottom of the foot is just a big mouth. And you watch as the entire foot, it seems to like sort of shimmer, but not like in a glowy way, in a way like its form itself kind of vibrates, if you will. and then becomes solid again.
So like, it's being hidden.
Roll me a nature check, would you?
Can I do that too? Since we're
Sure.
staring at it.
Whoever wants to roll it can roll it. Oh my god.
Wow, I did it.
I'm so proud of you. Where'd you go?
Let's see if the commands fix this time.
I did work on that. No! This is so extreme.
I got a 0.
We had a nat one earlier with the history check, so I'll just
Okay.
put it there.
Pyre.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, that was perception. Yeet.
Perception all the time.
I know. Mads, you are this is the weirdest shit you've ever seen. It's a foot with a mouth your brain cannot process, and you look away.
Nope.
Liari, with your nat 20, you will get the same answer as Pyre, who rolled the DC of 22 to recognize what this is. So Pyre and Liari, this is a baby mimic.
Oh, I was joking.
Oh, that's what I thought. That's great. We love that. Pyre's gonna be like, so what is it? How did you? Where did you find this?
Well, I go adventuring, you know, and I kind of killed its mom, and then this one tried to like bite my toes off, and we bonded over that. I lost a toe,
What
but
in
we're
the
friends
foot
now.
fetish episode?
Hmm?
What in the foot fetish episode?
For VTubers, what do you mean?
Every
This is
episode's a foot
Sparkle
fetish
Force.
episode.
Anyways.
Eesh.
Anyways,
Yeah, but I love Biddy. Biddy's so great. Look at you, you're so good. He's got little scritches.
so did Biddy? What else does he eat?
Everything. The leather's really just because I think he's teething.
Well, that would make sense. You're gonna need something stronger than leather, though.
Do you have something stronger than leather?
Stronger than leather? Oh.
Yeah. I slept you on some leather, little guy. Sometimes, like, he bites my fingers. I think he's just really hungry, but I can only get him so much food at a time. And you know, I tried to make some bets, but they didn't come out great. Now we're back here again. You know, it's fine. What are you
So-
here for?
I'm here with friends. That's it.
It's a night out on the town, huh? Okay. That's cool. So anyway,
So what do you plan on doing with Biddy when it's big?
that's a great question. I didn't think that far ahead.
Hi table, how fast does a mimic grow?
Well, a great question. I have no idea. I would presume it's probably like a short growth period.
I would guess pretty fast.
How long ago did you find Biddy?
It couldn't have been that long. That was, well, that was after I tried to pay off my debt. A couple of weeks ago, maybe.
Has he grown at all?
A little bit. He used to be just like the size of my nail. Look at him, he's huge now. He's like, fits in my hand.
That's concerning. Pyre's going to relay this to the lovely group chat. Of, hey, this man has a baby mimic.
Yeah, I can see that, and that's very
And he's
concerning.
I don't know. What do we do with it?
I don't think we have
This
to do
feels-
anything. That mimic will eat him.
And everything else in here, if it decides it's hungry enough, it's drooling everywhere.
It's still small.
Yeah, but
I don't
like
think
a
it's a
week
problem.
ago,
But
he's-
if you listen, if he's about to leave, I'll just throw a dagger at it or something on his way out. Like, but I don't think we should do anything in here.
Okay.
Besides, there's a good chance it'll get caught. Because he's not exactly being a very good parent to it.
If you're really concerned, on the low, you can tell Silas, because he seems to be hiding it, meaning he doesn't think it's allowed to be in here.
And Silas has been watching us like a hawk anyway.
I'll be honest. Silas creeps me out.
Yeah, me too. But
I don't know
also,
why his
he has
mouth is
some
so-
authority here.
Huh? Sorry, two people talk at the same time. What?
I want to know why his mouth is sewed.
Me too.
It's usually not for good reasons. And all I said was that he seems to have some authority here as an attendant, so use that if you want, but otherwise I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think we should piss this guy off. Or his biddy.
Okay.
Anyway, we're
So anyways, we're
game.
gambling?
Yeah.
At this point, the individual next to you with Biddy turns and pulls out what looks to be a couple of silver coins, not platinum, and places them down on the. There's one square, not three for this game. Just so to be clear, there's one betting square. Now, to be clear about how this game works, let me explain. Silas will lay out 3 cards. He will shuffle them and lay them out. You are betting on which card will be flipped last. What will happen is, if the angel is flipped last, you get a 2-to-1 payout. If the devil is flipped last, you lose a bet. Or you lose the bet.
Even
If-
if you choose the devil? Like if you're right?
You're not betting on a card, you're betting on like the angel being the last one flipped up.
I see. Okay.
So if the angel's flipped, 2-to-1 payout. If the devil is flipped, you lose your bet. If the jester is flipped, you just have to tell a joke. Any joke. So who wants to bet?
Just do jokes.
Objectively speaking, it doesn't even have to be a funny joke. It could just be like the chicken crossed the road, Bach, and it would work. So that's a concern.
No. I've already done the research. I'm ready. I'm not betting, but I'm in their minds, just in case. I'm ready.
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, who's putting money down, and how much are you putting down?
I will put 1 gold down.
1 gold.
Alright, I'll put 1 gold down as well.
1 gold and 1 gold and 2 silver. All right. Silas takes the cards, shuffles them.
I'd like to perceive any funny business.
Oh, I'm so proud of you right now. Please go ahead and perceive funny business.
Is that a group roll potential?
No, I have.
If
I
you'd
have
like to
perceived
watch
no
the
funny
cards, you
business.
sure can.
I sure as hell will.
This is a
wanna-
little selfish, but like.
Yeah, I'm counting cards.
Okay. No, they got it.
I'm cheating.
I was gonna say, because it feels like where I come from, I'm used to people doing like street tricks and stuff and like bullshit. So I was gonna ask if I could have like advantage on that, but I don't know.
I could almost say the same for myself.
Yeah, I could see specifically on either of your two's things.
Yeah. Like you don't think smugglers know how to
No, yeah,
how to
absolutely.
scam people?
On this.
I don't want to be like that, but
No. I'm debating whether that should be fair or not before I move forward. For Liari, absolutely. I think an advantage roll makes sense. For Mads, how much? Well, you did smuggling on your own, so yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. Sure.
just the way I rolled lower. It's fine.
Oh, I rolled worse.
That's why it's advantage. So, Silas has the 3 cards, shows the 3 cards, seemingly shuffles the free cards in his hand. He rolled very poorly.
Interesting.
He has his own
Some
modifier. However, Liara, you did manage to beat his modifier.
Wow.
So all of you watch as he seemingly very poorly shuffles the cards. As far as you can tell, the angel should be last. At this point, he lays the cards out on the table and waits. At this point, you may ante up and raise your bet.
Not that as far as we can tell. Mentally I'll say, because I don't know that everyone else was watching for it, but I'll say I was watching for tomfoolery, and I think the angel's last. Do with that information what you will if you want to double up.
I'll put another coin up. Another gold.
I must stay with everything.
So, Kyrie 1 gold, and then Mads 2.
All right.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and then your biddy friend. Bet 2 silver. Not that matters. Did you raise your bets?
I'm
I'm
not keeping
sorry.
track of your NPC money.
No, I'm just mentioning it for myself. Did you guys raise your bets or no? Sorry.
I raised mine
that's
by
good.
1.
Okay.
I did not.
Silas reveals the cards, one at a time, but the last one's the only one that matters. The first card he lifts up is the devil. The next one is the jester. And the last one is the angel. Pyrie, please add 2 gold. Mads, add 4 gold. Or I guess, the relative amount to your bets. And Biddy guy gets 4 silver. Good on Biddy guy. Silas smiles as he lays out the gold coins right next to wherever you stacked your own, and goes back to sort of flipping the cards over in his hand, giving the group a smile and the tilt of the head as he waits for the next bet.
Mm,
Ooh.
I'll look at the guy with the thing in his pocket, the mimic. Nah. Want to go again?
I do. I was thinking though, and he's gonna kind of look over at Hambone. Like, kids. I got a kid, and my kid really likes animals, and I was gonna give the mimic to the kid, but I think your little piglet's a lot cuter than this thing. Like, you be interested in trading, maybe?
Can I insight if he's telling the truth about having a child? Because that's fucked up. He was gonna give his child a mimic. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Roll insight.
I'm having so many mixed emotions right now.
With that, Liari, you are able, I will say, for all intents and purposes, you are able to determine that he believes he has a child. Whether or not he does is debatable because you don't see the child.
He believes he has a child that he was going to give this mimic to, but Hambone is more betterer.
True.
Pyrie, what are you looking for?
Just general perception at him. Question mark. Pyrie is going through a surge of emotions.
Outside of visually what you see, like, everything is exactly the same as before. Unless you're looking for something really particular.
Okay, so not high table, in the brain
In the brain.
chat. In the brain chat. The group chat. Pyrie's gonna say, like, hey, so technically I could get the mimic from him and we could have a mimic for funsies. Because I could just, I think you'd be less interested once Hambone, I don't know, say explodes its poison, or I just stopped the spell.
So you're saying you want to scam him out of a mimic?
We,
Then undo Hambone and redo Hambone? Am I understanding?
yes, question mark, like let him leave with the Hambone and then stop the Hambone as long as he doesn't do anything weird to Hambone.
And then the poison just falls on the floor. Oh, that poor guy. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. You can do it. It's your Hambone.
But like, do you think he actually has a kid?
Are you asking in game?
Yes.
Oh, he seems to think he has a kid, yeah. Which is baffling to me that he was gonna give his child a mimic as a gift.
Pyrie is going to look at the man. What's his name? Do we know the man's name?
You have
What's the
not
man's
yet
name?
asked the man's name.
Okay, Pyrie's gonna look at the man and then look at the mimic and then be like, you think the mimic is your child, don't you?
Excellent question.
What?
I
No,
was
man.
thinking that.
No, I have a kid. What are you talking about? I just wanted to get the cute little leaf pig. This one bites. That one doesn't look like it'll bite.
Little does he know. Hasn't Hambone bitten something before? Hasn't that been a thing? Or am I
Yes.
misremembering? Okay.
No, Hambone bites. Hambone 100% bites.
Anyway, go on.
Lord have mercy, I'm having so many conflicting emotions right now about what to do with this.
This encounter is bringing me so much joy.
It's funny. Do what you want. I'm not gonna... I don't really know how, like, cause I know they're like trading on the side, but say you like Annie up with them, I don't know how the fuck the house is gonna match your fucking.
Wait a minute. I have a stupid idea.
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
Stupid idea time.
Got it happening.
Okay, Pyrie is gonna look at him and be like, we can, as you can tell, I'm a druid. Yes? She's gonna wait for visual confirmation that he understands this.
You're a forest person. You make animals like you. I don't know, something like that, right?
Yes. So how about we make a deal where if I win, I get the mimic. If you win, I will get a safe animal for your child that won't bite. Hambone bites. A lot.
Hambone bites a lot.
Okay.
And that's fuzzy and cute that your child will love and adore. And I can talk to the animal too to like make sure it's not gonna attack it, because that's a thing if you just take an animal unwilling and untrained.
Ask him if he wants a horse.
Wait, oh, can I? Okay, because Pyrie's been holding on to this. Pyrie's been holding on to this stupid ass fucking drink the entire time. That she's gonna attempt to take a sip of it and be like, deal for the funny thing that you said for the
You
thing.
want the Riz?
Yes.
You want
Yeah.
the all or
Yes.
nothing
Yeah.
Riz?
Yeah.
Okay.
All or nothing Riz enacted. Your lips turn a very lush, vibrant red as you take a sip of the drink, which is delightful, by the way. Give me a persuasion roll. I will let you know the DC is fairly low because he's dumb. There is no fucking way.
God.
Holy shit.
That's the funniest shit ever. The one time Pyrie tries to use charisma.
That was pretty awesome.
I yeah, all right. Hang on, I need to roll one other thing first. Okay. The guy kind of like squints at you. He's like, "No, I don't think so. Look, I just want the pig."
Okay, now I'm assuming that thing is the one sip and done kind of deal, or is like a sip per thingy.
Only on your first sip do you receive the bonus.
Okay, that's what I thought. Fantastic. That means that that's over with, right?
Yep. Now you just have a great drink.
Cool. Then that also means that now Pyrie's gonna just kind of she's gonna lean over, and she's gonna she's kind of trying to imitate things that she's seen before. So
Oh
it's gonna
no.
probably look really unnatural. But she's
Ooh.
she's gonna lean over, and she's gonna put her arm like around the guy, and get like really close to his face, and then in the most I give no fucking shits tone of voice, if you do not give me the baby mimic, I will tell the lovely man over here in the mask that you have brought a dangerous creature into this establishment and are endangering everybody here. Next 20 intimidation.
The 1 into the 20 is crazy.
This is a
The
wild.
redemption.
This is a wild roller coaster I am on over here. Okay.
I rolled it because I figured you probably.
Yeah, I was gonna
asked
ask
me
for it.
intimidation.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. I thought you were going in a very different direction.
Oh, me too. I thought you were raising. What
know.
happened?
Because I was looking at the things that had charisma on them, and I was like,
Ah!
hey, intimidation.
So,
That's
Pyre-
the only logic I had.
Pyre, you
Amazing.
lean over very softly, carefully, wrapping your arm around this individual and feeling actually how skinny this dude is versus his oversized tailcoat. He is skin and bones. And you pull him
Okay.
close, and you lean in and you whisper that to him. You feel his entire body begin to almost shake as the words leave your mouth. Everybody please roll a perception roll as well. Pyre, he shakily takes the strip of leather out of his coat with the baby mimic attached and holds it out over to you. No words.
Oh.
Pyre is going to like pat him on the head and be like, I will find a safe place for Biddy. But they should not be out in scary places for your own safety and everyone else's. And then pats and gives him like a goofy ass fucking smile.
Now, what are you doing with Biddy?
Before we do that, with that, this individual, shaken after handing over the baby mimic, kind of like sits there for a second, a little like dumbfounded, and then stands up, does not acknowledge the group, and walks away kind of in shame almost. The perception roll, Mads, you do not see this. Liari and Pyre, you do see it. Pyre, as you intimidated this individual out of his mimic, Silas, his smile got a little bit bigger as he watched it happen.
Ew.
Creepy and gross. Anyways, wait,
Mhm.
smile or smile? Like,
It's like
because he has a mask.
like his actual
mask
mask is grinning. His mouth actual does not move. Only the mask ever
Okay.
moves.
Cool. Awesome.
Oh, I need to roll this too.
Can I?
Interesting.
Okay, question. Do I see where he goes?
He has wandered off and has grabbed a drink off of a tray and is just sitting in a lone chair off on the side, sipping on it.
Okay. Mentally noted for the time being.
On that note,
On that note, Pyre's gonna panic scream inside the funny little group chat and be like, guys, I'm holding a baby mimic.
Yeah, I'm aware. What are you gonna do with that now?
Wait, actually, I can give it a thing. I can give it a thing that I haven't used yet.
Ooh.
So we can nom on something.
Aw.
Don't say aw. You're gonna hate me for it.
Oh, fair enough.
That happened so fast.
Because stashed away in one of my lovely pockets.
Oh,
bags,
no.
whatever,
No.
a tiefling tail.
Yep.
Oh.
You know,
Why would you feed the mimic meat? That's how it grows.
it's like at this point, okay, the tiefling tail that I have is bone at this point, okay? Like I would have taken it and cleaned it, because that's what she did a while ago with all the tiefling parts. It's just bone. So it's like giving a dog a bone to chew on.
Okay.
I don't know, it could be
Is it,
entertaining for a little while.
So a tiefling tail is a couple of feet, technically speaking.
Yeah.
Are you giving it like the spade tip of the tail, or are you giving it the whole like 3-foot tail?
Please, for the love of God, don't show the thing munching on it in front of the hot lady.
She's a tiefling, isn't she?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she is a tiefling. She is a tiefling.
There's a mixture of races in this vicinity, so you know.
There's what?
There's a mix of races in the gambling hall, so
Oh,
be
yeah,
aware
yeah.
of that.
I feel like, okay, Pyre would probably just give it like a chunk of bone, like just a chunk off, just to like, because it was just gnawing on the leather. So like, it should be theoretically okay with the chunk of bone to just like, I don't know, teeth on. You know,
Okay.
No, like
For the time being.
marrow, like a marrow chew.
So
yeah.
sorry, not the spade, but the actual like bone of the tail.
Like, yeah, like the actual bone of the tail, like
Got it.
like a hunk of the bone. Because I imagine that it's a lot like a spine where it's got chunks.
Yep, I would
So,
imagine
okay.
that too. So we'll
just,
say
like,
you give
one
him a
of
chunk.
those chunks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you give
to
Biddy a
the- to
chunk
the baby
of
mimic.
bone. And let me see. And Biddy is exceedingly happy as he is just nomming on that bone. Where are you holding Biddy, and where are you holding Hambone now?
Well, Harry would have like immediately shoved, like Hambone is just kind of like sitting on the table in front of her,
Mhm.
like or like in her lap
Okay.
potentially, and then she would just put the baby mimic like in a space in the bag, in her bag pocket, wherever the fuck she has space for this little tiny creature.
Okay.
And then
Noted.
give it like, just like, you know, give it a chunk of the bone from
Yeah.
wherever the hell compartment that's being housed in.
You've got it. Okay. So baby mimic in the bag with a bone.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I have a baby mimic now.
On the note that you got a baby mimic, there will be something that happens that we are going to come back to. We are going to go ahead and take our mid-session break now, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Except to get a snack or water. Do those things. See you soon.
Yes.
Yes.
I do have a great idea though about the mimic.
Oh my god.
About the what?
Before I get told what's happening to me, Mr. DM, I'd like to roll to steal your panties.
Yep. With
With
advantage.
inspiration. Yay. Oh.
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 Yo!
Yes! Panties number 2! It's never happened.
Let's
We're
go.
breaking new ground. Let's
go!
Yay!
It finally happened!
Let's go.
A birthday miracle.
Birthday!
Yeah, it's for your birthday.
Birthday panties.
Birthday panties.
The way they're just like, I have like space bun panties.
Oh, you do.
Oh, I'm gonna
Ew.
get a crown? Panty crown? Ew.
Oh my god.
Kind of looks like a headband.
It actually really does look like a headband. Do you want a
Yeah.
headband made of panties?
Kind of, if I can get enough, I do actually.
You just need one more and you'll have a complete collection.
Yeah, literally. Like, I'm
Gotta
a big
collect
fan
them
of
all.
this. I like this a lot. This is fun.
What a good comeback. Hi chat. We're back.
It's a good day.
So, is there anything you're doing now that you are at the table with the mimic prior to
I mean-
things?
I did the thing that I described because I'm gonna save the other thing for later when we're not in public.
Oh, the thing being you gave your mimic a bone and shoved it in your bag.
Yeah, I have mimic bone. He's in bag. He chomping on bone. He happy. I
Nyam.
have other stupid funny idea, but that is for when not in public.
That is probably good. So then,
Mr. DM, is my other mark still chasing the food tray?
he actually,
I'm just curious because I want to keep tabs on him the whole time.
sure.
I'm waiting for my moment because he's belligerent, so I probably will take his whole purse. He probably won't notice.
Currently, our lovely individual that you are keeping tabs on is resting in a chair as the drinking has caught up to him and his sweating is profuse.
Gross.
Indeed.
He's just sitting in a chair.
So,
Is it in any location in particular?
like the back left of the hall, whereas you're kind of on the far right center, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And on that note,
hmm
the floating lanterns dim to an almost eerie ember glow, and a hush falls over the gambling hall as the scent of burnt sugar and toffee curls through the air. And then a resounding snap echoes through the hall. A plume of crimson and black smoke erupts at the center of the room, swirling like a storm of dried blood and darkness. And from its depths steps the individual that you have been searching for, Tarvalo. His grin cutting through the haze of smoke like a blade. His tailored suit is the color of a fresh bruise. His deep maroon cravat pinned with a diamond shard that seems to wink in the dim lighting. Ladies and gentlemen and liars, he purrs, spreading his arms wide. How delightful it is to see you all still breathing. But enough of these warm-up acts. He flicks his wrist, and the gambling tables in the center of the room slide back without a sound, clearing a perfect circle. Their previous tenants left standing where chairs once were. Tonight's main event requires a more hand-on approach. He snaps his fingers again, and Silas materializes at his side, bearing a golden bowl, its surface etched with screaming faces. Tarvalo trails his fingers inside the bowl. Let's see who's hungry for glory. And one by one, he pulls out small slips of paper. As he reads every slip of paper, well, the first slip that he pulls out, he reads off the name Joe Albright. Goodness, what a name. He reaches back in and pulls another slip out. Garrett Voss. You hear a gasp from the back of the room. And then you hear a glass thump on the floor, but not shatter, as your large, sweaty friend, who apparently is named Garrett Voss, has had their name called. He reaches in again. Lady Vespera de Argent. Reaches in one more time. Medelgarda Fleetfoot.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna roll my eyes. How dare they use my full name?
This is the first time I've heard it, so I'm just like, wait, what?
I'd like to just glare at the individual who just said my full name. I'm not getting up.
He has yet to acknowledge you. He reaches in again, pulls another name. Jin Wesak. Which is...
Man, how many people?
It'll be 9 people.
Jesus.
Yeah. You do see
Oh.
the individual who had the mimic perk up at his name. Reaches in and pulls out another tag. Looks at it. Hyreno. Reaches in again. Madame Lysandra Bleakblade. Reaches in again. Liari Morthana. He then snaps after 8 names have been read and announces, and of course, myself, Tarvalo. And as the final name leaves his lips and Tarvalo's eyes gleam, he snaps his fingers once more, and the floor beneath you lurches. Not quite like stones shifting, but more like the world itself is a tablecloth being pulled smoothly out from under you. The plush carpets in the center dissolve into swirling smoke, as segments of something appear beneath your feet, sliding and locking together with a sound like bones cracking into place. Glowing lines seem to carve themselves into the ground, forming a colossal roulette wheel. There are 8 inner segments bearing an assortment of words such as the debt, truths, or skin in the game, and others. It has 9 outer segments which begin pulsing with an eerie light. 9 names seem to magically engrave into the segments, And as they are, you see that it's your names, all the names that were called. Your actual names, the ones you were born with, flare into life on them. Written in a cursive ashen script. The air hums with a magical static. The floating lanterns dim more, casting long shadows, stretching towards the center where Tarvalo stands, his arms still open wide. And at the same moment, those shadows seem to grasp individuals whose names are emblazoned on the segments, and you feel the world move around you. It's not that you're even moving, but the world moves around you. If you're familiar with like VR, that's how it feels. And it moves you until you are on your segment of the roulette wheel, and the party is somewhat scattered around it. In order, it would be Tarvalo, Joe, Lady Vespera, Mads, Jin, Pyrie, and Garrett, and then Liari, if you were interested in the order.
I'm curious, I guess, how the order was determined, if not by the order of names drawn. I don't know if that's something I could necessarily parse.
It's the same order, sorry.
Okay.
I just have Tarvalo at the front versus not at the front. I'll put that
Okay.
order in there for you. The room around
What
the
were
wheel.
the things that were like
Yeah.
written in it? It was like something truths, something
The
else.
debt, truths, skin in the game, and some other names that we'll get to. Don't worry.
Okay. Will you provide those? Because I was gonna write them down.
Yes, I will provide them. There you go.
Okay. Never
That's
mind.
what you were able to glean in that moment, but there will be more.
Okay.
At this point, you are all standing in what feels like a spotlight on the wheel. The room around it being so dim that it is impossible to see the rest of the patrons and staff watching from the booths and the seating against the walls that seemingly has appeared. And as your eyes adjust to the brightness of the spotlights over the wheel, you are only able to see those that were chosen for the game. With a flourish, Tarvalo steps around the center of the wheel, his shoes clicking against the floor, against the wheel like a metronome. Tap, tap, tap. The rules are deliciously simple, my darlings, he purrs. When the wheel graces your name, you'll answer a question. Truthfully, of course, no lies, no omissions. The wheel has a nose for deceit, you see, and he taps his heel as the gold lines that encompass each segment and the entire wheel pulse with a little shimmer. He steps back into his own segment, his heels clicking against the floors, smiling widely. Traces a single finger through the air as if spinning something. And in that moment, the segments light up for a flicker of a moment, one at a time, as if it seems to spin around the circle. And after what feels like hours, that spinning slows, and the lit up segments stay lit for 1/2 of a second at a time, and then a full second, and then almost 2 seconds. Eventually, the wheel's light settles on the man named Garrett, that nervous, blotchy, sweaty nobleman who's been sweating into his drink all night, and even more profusely since he was chosen for the game. Where is my... The spotlight seems to intensify over him as his red segment of the wheel glows brightly, illuminating him in a hue of crimson. Tarvalo turns to Garrett. Ah, Lord Garrett, please tell us. What is the secret your father paid so much to bury? Garrett immediately pales. And with a choked gasp, he turns to bolt for the door, only to freeze mid-step. The floor ripples beneath him, and his segment of the wheel shatters like broken glass, and a void beneath yawns open. And from that darkness, from that black inky depths, many skeletal hands surge up, grabbing him, dragging him down into the darkness as his face is locked in a soundless scream.
Mr. DM.
Yep. What do you got?
I want to attempt to save that bag of money if I can. Can I? If I have an angle on it, can I throw one of my soul daggers to knock it off of him? Maybe, hopefully, onto the floor to grab later.
You know what? I will say you can. If you'd like to attempt an attack roll, please do so.
That's not bad. Oh, it's great. Never mind.
Yeah,
24 is
that'll
awesome.
peg the little bag hanging off of his belt, cutting the strings and forcefully knocking the bag out of the wheel, although you are no longer able to see it as outside of the wheel is very dark in comparison. But it didn't fall in the hole. Everyone please roll
Fine
me a
with that.
perception as well.
Y'all didn't see anything.
Oh, you
Irene
as well,
might
by
have
the way.
seen
This is
something.
unrelated.
Oh, okay. Just kidding.
You don't see it though.
No,
You're
I
busy.
appreciate-
You're busy getting the bag.
I wanted the money. Yeah.
But Mads and Pyrie, you watch his face as he sinks into that inky blackness, and it's not a scream of pain. All you can see on his face is something like recognition. And with that, the wheel reforms with a snap. The segment where the void was is gone. You all feel yourselves slide just slightly a little bit as that ninth segment of the wheel is removed. Everyone who's remaining on the wheel seems to exchange glances, and Tarvalo sighs, straightening his cuffs. Tisk tisk. And here I thought we were all responsible tonight. No matter. I should also elaborate that if you refuse to play... He snaps his fingers, and somewhere in the hall a glass shatters. Well, you saw what happened to poor Garrett. Let's call it bad manners. Tarvalo then raises his arms, addressing everyone in the gambling hall. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's entertainment is a dance of truth and consequences. There is no running, no lying, only the wheel's mercy. Shall we begin? He asks rhetorically as he traces the air once more, and the wheel spins around all of you. So, you're now
Can I
part
take
of-
him in?
Take him in.
Yeah, I want to give him like a good investigative like look over.
Oh, absolutely. You can give me an insight if you would like. Also,
Mr.
everyone
DM, I have
is
a
available to do
question.
things now.
I also
Okay.
have a question after Mads.
During this bout, is it safe to say that I could lean over to the lady and whisper to her?
Are you next to her? Oh my god, you are.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, you are able to converse with your neighbors fairly quietly, or privately, you should say. Bear in mind, you cannot see outside the circle, so someone could be standing like a foot away from you, and you would not be able to see.
Okay.
But that being said, I don't know that that's your biggest issue right now.
Not necessarily. I would like to whisper to her, is this what you meant by being seen by the host?
This is part of it, yeah. Just play along. You should make it out alive. Hopefully.
Interesting, because we didn't have the funny red card. Do we? I'm gonna pat myself down. No, just kidding. I didn't hear that. I don't know. Never mind.
Liari. That 28 insight. This individual. That's a big insight. Oh, damn. I'm gonna give you pretty much the whole rundown, actually. This is a very tall, slender individual in a sleek burgundy maroon tailcoat, very much the color of like a purple bruise with dark red lapels. Every single stitch on this very well done tailcoat is custom fitted to his very lithe frame. He wears a very nice matching top hat. It has a little feather sticking out of it, and it's perched at a rakish angle on his head, above a confident and perpetually smiling face. He has very fine gloves that cover his long fingers, one of which will rest on a cane, which is not pictured because I could not get it to work. It has an ornamental top carved into it of a theatrically grinning mask, very similar to the masks that all of his attendants wear. With a 28, this entire ensemble radiates a very polished showman's flair, as if he is just putting on a heck of a show. He's very much is a performer. He very much has a facade. Everything he does is plotted or planned. Like, he's never second guessing his movements, actions, words. Everything he does seems to have a purpose. I will also give you, with a 28, with a 28 and your background, you don't get to this point playing fair.
Meaning, like, you don't get into the position he's in, or meaning we earned our spot in the game because we were being silly at the tables and what have you?
Yes.
And I know why I'm here, but
Yeah, that makes it, because I know I like actively stole, but I never gambled. You gambled, but did not cheat.
it's a mimic thing.
I'm curious how the other
Silas
people cheated,
probably
because
saw.
Garrett seems like an idiot. And Joe was just here. I don't even think Joe ever gambled.
So, to be a little
I
more
also-
clear... No, I can't be more clear. That takes away. So no, I can't
I
be
was
more
saying, can I
clear.
say-
Because we like bribed our way into, like, we weren't supposed
I was
to be
gonna say-
here, but we are.
Yeah, like it could just be like a 7 deadly sins kind of thing. Like you were the worst of the bunch this evening.
I see. I was already kind of
Yippee!
thinking along those lines anyway, so that's fun.
That's what I kind of assumed, at least.
Yeah. I
us
like
being
having
picked.
that confirmation. Can I tell? Like, he's for sure the head honcho, right?
Oh, That is not absolutely without a doubt. Yes.
Okay, so he's not being puppeted by somebody else as well. Okay, I guess I'll probably just, continue to keep a close eye on him for any shenanigans, but it seems like most everything that he's doing is just magic related, which is like a little bit different than shenanigans.
Technically speaking, you are technically right next to it. So, you could have your own private conversation. Tried, maybe.
Is the funny man standing on the wheel with us?
Yes, he is also in the wheel. He is also on a segment that has his name engraved onto
in
it.
the room with us right now.
So he is also actively part of the game.
I am gonna be so honest in that I don't think I want to provoke him while I'm on this wheel. So I don't think I will try and talk to him, Mr. DM. I really do just want to take him in and keep an eye on his stuff, at least until we get out of here. But perhaps, I'm trying to think. I might want to ready an action, but I'll have to think about it.
Sure. Before I explain how this game works, would anyone like to do or ask anything further?
Good.
All right. So, players, you are on a roulette wheel. This works a little differently than regular roulette. There are 2 segments. The outer segments I will start with, is where you are standing. Each of you have your own segment of the roulette wheel, and when the wheel is spun, it randomly selects, it lands on one of you. One of the 8 people on the wheel. It will be random. That being said, Tarvalo is also a participant, so he will also have to adhere to his own rules. Additionally,
can I look? Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Is there specific words in front of us, or is that also randomized? But considering you've just given us a chart,
I felt like that's the easiest way to do it. I'm also going to provide it for chat. So, with that in mind, what'll happen is we're going to roll a d8 to select a character segment. Then we're going to roll another d8 to determine what game is played. There are a lot of other things in here, but all you really need to know is that's how the game works.
Mentally, after I kind of perceived this man's and everyone saw what just happened, but I'm going to reaffirm to the group, let's just play the game to the best of our abilities and not, shake it up. Let's just get out of here first and then we'll figure out what happens. In case the group was thinking of doing something, because I know Joe is kind of like, he doesn't know what's going on.
For all intents and purposes, Joe is along for this ride.
Yeah, he sure is.
He sure is. He is
but
part
I don't
of
want
it.
Him to...
But he is along for the ride.
I don't want my son to accidentally get eaten by the bony people, too. That would be sad.
The bony people. Okay.
We'll deal with it later.
For everyone's reference, I'm going to do a test roll so you understand how I'm doing this. I'm going to roll 2 d8s at once.
Fun.
You can expand it by clicking on my roll. The first roll designates the person. The second roll designates the game.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's why you got rid of the dingus, because now there's 8, so it's a clean roll instead of 9.
It's weird
God.
using.
Example must be made.
Weird. It's crazy
That's
how that
crazy.
worked out, don't you think?
Someone's got to be made an example of.
The math is mathing. Hey, I saved his money. Someone probably picked that up by now, or I accidentally stabbed someone on the other side if I didn't disappear my dagger fast enough. But
They'll be
saved the money.
fine. It's just a flesh wound.
it doesn't leave a mark, so it doesn't matter.
Like getting hit with a
So
sack of
technically
oranges.
Secondly, it's not a flesh wound then.
Yeah, it is a psychic blade. Like, it leaves no mark. It just does. It just hurts. And it didn't hurt that bad. It hurt for what, 6? It didn't hurt that bad.
His but a flesh wound.
All right.
There's no evidence I did that.
Who's
You didn't-
ready?
I'm ready.
Sure.
I don't even know how this is gonna go. It's gonna be great.
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is fun.
5 and 2. Who is number
is-
5?
Wow, I think it's Matt.
It
Mads.
sure is.
Oh, no, because Garrett was killed, so it's Jin, right?
Oh,
Oh, I have the wrong order here. My bad. Hang on. Let me grab my order list here. Give me a second. I have them out of order. You are correct.
Okay, I thought I was the I got gaslit.
You,
by this
yeah, it's my bad.
again. I just
Damn.
imagine listening.
Imagine listening. There we are. That is the
this
correct
new
list.
One now that
oh, so it's
Garrett is-
Pyrie.
Wait, it's me? What I do?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You
Oh.
are the lucky winner.
Pyrie,
Winner, Pyrie dinner.
you got a truth.
A skin in the game.
So, Pyrie,
Okay.
Tarvalo turns to you, smiles widely.
Huh?
I have a list.
Okay.
Oh, Pyrino, what is one of your biggest secrets?
I started 2 cults.
Ooh, a heavy hitter. 2 cults.
It was by accident.
I'd like to stifle a laughter.
I'm not.
I need to check something. Okay. How interesting. Started 2 cults. The main event in 1. Such an interesting individual you are. Let's see what's next. No fucking way.
Okay, that's funny. The 5 was okay. Pyrie. Oh, Tarvalo a favor.
Oh, Pyrino, the wheel favors you, and so do I. I will ask for a favor at a future time. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna want that favor, but I'm not gonna warn him about it. Lysandra with the truth.
So, Tarvalo turns, facing the 4-foot, very tall, goblin woman that's dressed in the backless feather dress, the black feather dress. Madam Lysandra Bleakblade. So many questions to ask you. Got to find all my stuff. Well, let's see. Who here would you eat first?
Are they a species that typically eats people, Mr. DM?
There are goblins, so you could discern from that what you like.
Oh, she's the one that I made the goblin these nuts joke. Okay, go on.
Madame Lysandra Bleakblade smiles with those filed teeth, takes a deep inhale and exhale with her long pipe and that purple smoke that flows out. The pretty one. The slowest screams. And she like licks her teeth.
Looks the pretty one.
If you want to try and discern who she's talking about, you can absolutely roll a perception.
Yes. Oh, perception. Okay. I'm
No,
curious.
we not asked.
I know who I think the pretty one is, but
Did you want to know, Fiery?
I'm curious. Yeah. Are we? Am I?
Yeah, roll a
Are we allowed
perception.
to ask? Or is perception? Okay.
You're kind of following her gaze. Oh my god.
wow.
That's crazy.
Fucking go.
Kind of
Hee.
huge
Uh-huh.
today.
Can I say?
It's
DC.
my guess is a toss up between
God.
me and the tiefling. But that's
What are you asking? What you see?
Huh?
Liari and Mads, you are unable to discern exactly who this individual is talking about. Pyrie, however, you follow that quick flick of a gaze to Joe, and then back to Tarvalo.
Oh,
this bitch wanna eat my son, but I don't know, so I can't do anything about it.
Well, you can't.
So, another roll, shall we?
He's too pure for. Oh my god. Her with a gift of gab is the same fucking goblin. I was speaking rhymes for the next 10 minutes. All right, Mr. DM, you did that to yourself.
I did do that to myself.
Your voice echoes everything you think. You you really said become a rap god or suffer.
Would you believe me? You know what? It doesn't matter. So, Madame Lysandra Bleakblade looks completely unaffected.
Fascinating.
I realize it's gonna sound like a cop-out, but I promise it's not. There's stuff written here. I promise.
I believe you. I know you wouldn't cheat out of that like that.
3.
Mads
3 and 5.
with a truth. This is
Oh, God.
interesting. Do we have to have another?
A metal god of Fleetfoot. What a name!
feel free to just use Mads. That's what I prefer.
Let's see. What else do you prefer? Let's see.
That's a leading question, Mr. DM. Leading the witness.
What is the cruelest
It's-
thing you've ever done for coin?
Oh, wow, what a question to ask Mads. We're gonna find some shit out again. Lore time.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if there's something that you have already in mind or if you're
As,
gonna make it up on the spot.
As a broad statement for my players, if there is something you have a question about regarding your backstory that maybe I can answer, that is something we can message about before you answer the questions. You can also just make up some new lore that could be used later, so be aware of that.
Cool, because I was gonna do the second part.
Love that.
You do. You love when I give you new things to work
Oh, yeah.
with.
I'm still waiting on the second half of that story, thank you.
Mhm.
Mads will think for a moment and then, like, very somberly retell the story about when they had to steal from an individual, and they had to steal knowing that they had children and that they were taking everything from them and burning down their home, knowing that the kids would have nothing.
Write that down, write that down.
Put that in Mr. DM's DMs.
I actually already kind of had it
Leori's
halfway
gonna
written
look at
down
you.
somewhere.
I'm not gonna break down like last time, but I'm gonna note that for later.
I'm gonna
just
glare
looking
at
at you.
the dude and just, is that enough?
Oh, yes, that is plenty. Thank you, Madelgarda.
Mads.
Oh.
Oh no.
How do you owe yourself a favor?
Oh dear. It seems that I owe myself a favor. I'll take care of that later with a nice glass of whiskey.
Ew.
Wait,
I love
why
that that's
you?
what you pulled out of that. Because that's not what it was intended to be. But
Yeah, that's what it sounds.
it's not what I intended that to be, but
It did until he said whiskey, then I was like, Okay, so Vespera.
I bet he was just gonna have a drink. Damn, guys.
With yeah. Yeah, that's as soon as you said whiskey, I was like, oh, okay, that's not that deep. Vespera
Mhm.
gets a minor favor from Tarvalo.
Lady
Which is
Vespera
interesting lore
perks.
wise. I feel like that fits.
She perks up immediately. No rolls needed for that. Lady Vespera, seems I will be granting you a minor favor. Is there anything that comes to mind, my dear? Can you give me
But if
my husband back?
Oh, that's sad.
I'm sorry, my dear, that is not a minor favor. Perhaps we can bet on it later. Then I'll wait to take advantage of this favor. Very well. Another roll, everyone. With a spin of the wheel, perhaps.
Jin with a truth.
In with a truth.
This truth or dare game is heavily weighted.
Lucky Jin Wesak. Tell me, Lucky Jin, what is the biggest loss you've ever made in my gambling hall?
oh shit.
Jin stares at the ground. It does not lift his eyes. I bet my kid's future.
Shit.
Indeed you did. But hey, perhaps she'll roll better than you did, huh? Rolls the wheel again.
Wait, is Jin the
Jin's the mimic guy.
Yeah.
Damn, so he did have a kid, but he sold his kid. What the hell? And then he wanted to bring a mimic as a pet, as if that's gonna make it better. Bro.
Yeah. Definitely did that kid solid by being like, hey, Dad, no mimic for kids. Thanks. Children should not have mimics. This is not a toy for
Wow.
ages 3 and up.
Fiery gift of gab. Uh-oh.
I can't do shit.
You have to rhyme for 10 minutes.
Oh,
I can't rhyme!
Pyrino! It seems you must speak in rhymes for the next 10 minutes. Oh, be aware if you fail to do so. Your voice will echo everything you think for all to hear. Tell me, what's your favorite food then? Make sure it rhymes.
Alright, because I can't rhyme fucking shit, first of all. So that's not happening. Just putting that out there for high table. So instead, I'm going to annoy the living fuck out of them for the next 10 minutes by thinking of only fruit and talking about different fruit and how different and like different seeds and how to plant things, and also like, you know, pairings of like fruit wines and like.
And
all
you're
that
just
kind of
thinking
shit.
of this, right? Just constantly keeping your mind busy.
This is going to be a total stream of thought for 10 minutes straight of Pyrie just excitedly thinking about fruit.
Mads and Joe and Liari, you are bombarded with this entire thought process about fruit, why it's good, and where you put it, and how you plant it, and what pairs. Almost to the point where you're having a hard time concentrating.
I'd like to say, like, as loud as I can mentally, can you turn me off? I don't want to hear it.
That echoes.
Just think of one of Pyrie's little rants and that for 10 straight minutes. No breaks.
Okay.
The inner workings of the Pyrie mind.
Does everybody stay in the mind call with Pyrie?
I'm out.
Go.
Cowards.
Closing Discord.
I don't see a reason to, because like this is Liari's thought process, is because like all it is we're hearing it twice. Because we're hearing it in the mind palace, I guess, and then we're hearing it out loud anyway.
Well, Pyrie, you're just saying this all in your head, right?
Well, yeah, because it says that it's just our thoughts, correct?
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. I understand. You're taking the automatic fail. I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm taking the automatic fail, and I am just doing this for however long it is until they're like, all right, shut the fuck up.
All right, for the next X amount of time, it's just all fruit.
It's Pyrie fruit, just Pyrie.
That's
Pyrie
amazing that you've just
strawberries
counteracted that entire role.
It is my God-given gift. All right.
God damn it.
Oh, and we're going again. This might be problematic. It's Pyrie with the truth.
Oh, Pyrino.
Will really likes Pyrie.
You do seem to enjoy fruit, do you not? I suppose if you enjoy fruit so much, what part of yourself do you hate the most?
What does that have to do with the fruit?
Nothing.
Easy.
Fantastic.
Pyre's gonna be like, so there's this little part where my horns meet my head, and it's so itchy sometimes. And it just, the skin gets so dry, and I can't do anything about it, and no matter what I put on it, it just gets all flaky and gross and weird. And I've tried every lotion, I've tried every oil, I've tried everything, and then I just have to wait for them to do this weird sheddy thing, and they itch so bad.
It just echoes as you say it. It echoes again. Everyone roll a perception check, please.
Whoa. I
Okay,
didn't
Mads.
get to perceive.
Mads and Liara, you do not notice this. It is a high DC. In fact, it's a 23.
Oh.
But I
Pyre,
see God.
you barely see it. As you explain this itchy spot on your forehead, Tarvalo's smile falters for only the splittest of seconds as he seems a little annoyed because you're circumventing his
Interesting.
answers.
Are we? That just seemed. Is he just mad because Pyre is Pyre? Because Pyre has not been trying to circumvent.
Oh, I understand. He thinks that's what he's feeling anyway.
I
2
see.
and
That's
8.
He's having big feelings.
No
Hey,
fucking way this
Vespera
happened
with
again.
Another favor.
Wait,
She's
what?
racking him up.
I get another favor?
Lady
Or he gets
Vespera
it?
does.
Lady Vesperi. Vesperi.
Lady
Sure.
Asparagus gets another flavor.
I was gonna say lady. Like Vesper, like berry, like berry.
Vespera.
I thought you said Lady Asparagus for a second.
I did.
He did.
Oh, okay.
I
He's like,
did.
can't read or hear or pronounce things.
Uh,
I was like, maybe I just misheard. Surely.
surely. Can you grant me my husband with 2 favors, Tarvalo?
Okay. Bargaining is one of the 5 stages of grief.
No. Unfortunately, your husband is worth more to me than 2 minor favors. I would be happy to provide you with gold, platinum, silks, fine foods and drink. Whatever your heart desires, except for that. And Lady Vespera says nothing. I'm legitimately trying to roll Liari.
I had a feeling.
We're
but
gonna
it-
we're gonna force roll you here in a sec.
That's fair. Mads with the truth.
I have a ton of stuff, so I can keep this going for a while, but it just depends until you guys get bored of it.
Part
But-
of me kind of
Great.
likes it.
I kind of like it. It's kind of like fun because I don't know who's gonna go and I don't know what's gonna happen.
Nothing awful has happened yet, so
Yeah,
it's
that
just
too.
kind of been funny.
I've really been enjoying the Pyre hour.
The pirate aspect.
No, just the Pyre hour. 'Cause they keep getting the wheel and it's really funny to me.
Simply, you know, pirate.
Hmm.
Just pirate things.
Metal Garza.
Not this man still fucking using the wrong ass name.
Who in this room would you sacrifice to save yourself? It has to be someone you're familiar with, of course.
Nobody.
Is that a truthful answer?
I thought
I can just resurrect myself. I don't need any
That's a good point.
wheels.
Well, I just figured that also fits your lore of how you're trying to be better anyway. So like I kind of believe that regardless, but that's gonna piss him off too, which is
That's
so funny.
So chivalrous. So selfless. Sacrifice yourself. Over your friends, your acquaintances.
Why would I wish harm upon others?
Perhaps they deserve it. Perhaps they don't.
Perhaps it's not us to cause that judgment.
Very well. Motherfucker.
Pyrie with the truth.
Pyrie!
Pyrie, that's a 2, guys. What? Oh, it's the other way.
It's
Holy
the other
shit.
way
I read it
around.
the wrong way. That last rule doesn't matter. Pyrie with the truth. I gotta check, because I just assumed the one on the left was the... Yeah. Pyrie.
wait. Okay.
What do you most regret leaving behind?
My fruits. Sorry.
Your fruits?
No.
She didn't even say that.
I didn't even say that.
Oh, I thought you said that.
Just like
Fucking
That means it worked. That means it worked, chat.
I can't even
I
answer
had
my
to
own
look on
questions.
Discord to see who was talking.
Fucking wasn't me, bitches. Come on.
I actually thought it was you because it was fruits. I just assumed it was you.
No, I actually have a well thought out answer for this. Thank you, motherfuckers. Anyways,
I was being sarcastic.
I love how fruit coated your character is.
is Pyrie's gonna get like really, really sad,
Cool.
like really sad looking, and like the saddest little puppy dog face you've ever seen her make. And she's gonna be like, my mom's,
Whoa,
and then she's not gonna elaborate.
that's interesting. Like a Stockholm syndrome moment.
You do feel like the
Did you see us how
room.
captive there?
I don't know. No, not like that, but just like you have so much trauma from them that I didn't. I don't know.
Didn't expect the missing.
Yeah.
They did raise her.
Yeah. That
Yes.
that was new knowledge for me. That was interesting.
Exactly.
A good parental figure can be hard to find. I understand missing all of them. Finally. Please be on the left. No!
What happened?
Okay. I thought the 7
Yeah, I was
was
gonna
the
crush it.
first one.
Sandra. Oh, skin in the game is new. Tattoo appears on your hand. Roll a d4.
As the
Secret
wheel
ally
stops on
identity.
Madame Lysandra. I have a thing for this. Give me 2 seconds while I go. As the wheel stops on Madame Lysandra, you see upon her hand, as it holds the pipe up to her mouth, facing outwards, on the back of her hand, you watch as, in a glowing black ink, a serpent appears on the back of her hand, kind of curling down her forearm and disappearing into the sleeves of the dress. as Tarvalo kind of turns to her and, ah, the serpent. The serpent. It will hiss whenever you lie, my dear. And Lysandra kind of looks down at it. I don't need to lie. I never lie. I'll kill you before I lie.
That's interesting. How long is that tattoo there for, Mr. DM?
Who knows?
Oh, good. It's a tattoo.
That is the wrong dice.
Morkella.
Those don't matter at all.
Wow. Pyrie with the truth.
No fucking way. We were getting some Pyrie lore out today.
Lots of fiery lore.
Pyrino. The wheel does favor you. Tell me.
Yes, I'm lucky.
Tell us all. What memory keeps you awake at night?
Oh. Wow. Comes the abandonment.
You're so right.
Mm-hmm.
Pyrie is gonna. She's still a little sad about thinking about the quote unquote parental figures that she has left behind, but she's going to. She's gonna get teary-eyed, and she's gonna be like, I have this one memory of my mom. She would read stories to me sometimes, and we would sort seeds. And that's the only thing that I remember of her. And then she's gonna be sad. And cry.
I gotta check something.
What, his anger levels?
No. Something else entirely. Unrelated.
Related, unrelated.
Yeah. That is truly a tragic memory to keep you awake at night.
I think about it every now and again, and that's the one thing that keeps me up at night.
You must miss them so dearly if they keep you up at night.
Well, I don't remember much about them, so yeah.
I do hope the wheel selects you again, Pyrina.
Oh, God.
I have so many questions for you.
Oh, no. Wow.
I should be like, I wasn't expecting to get what is this that
Vespera now
people call
owes Tarvalo a favor.
therapy? Therapy.
Therapy.
Oh, Lady Vespera, it seems that one of your favors is null and void. A pity, wouldn't you say? I would say. She stands there just begrudgingly staring as he spins the wheel again. Four and 8. All right. Tarvalo turns towards Jin. Ah, lucky Jin, lucky Jin. Is there a particular favor I can grant to you? A minor one, of course. Nothing so big as to, make your child love you again.
What the shit? Oh my god. This is fun. Can I just stay here? I don't actually want to tear down this gambling ring. I think it's fun. Can I like co-own it? Can I like
You can always
invest?
see if you can work out a deal, you know?
I've definitely made a habit of investing in things I believe in.
This
Quite
is a
proven.
time, man. I yeah, I had to find the voice to get Jin back in here, you know? He's kind of like almost a smoker, but not quite. But, yeah, you know, I do a lot of gambling, and I would, you know what I'd really like is some good dice that make sure that I win. You know, I won't use them here, of course. But, you know, if you'd be so kind. Tarvalo snaps his fingers. And in Jin's hand, which happens to just be open as he's explaining, a pair of blood red dice drop in his hand. Tarvalo's.
Oh, not suspicious.
Once a day, those dice will roll whatever number you wish. Enjoy your dishonesty.
Oh. I'm so glad we stole that man's mimic.
Yep.
Which order isn't it? Yeah.
1 and 6.
Tarvalo
Joe.
a favor. That's unfortunate.
Okay, Pyrino and... Pyrino! I say, the wheel does like you, though it's not a question. I would like to... cash in my favor, if you don't mind.
Yeah, isn't this the second one that Pyre goes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I need to roll up this table, hang on. I have 2 things I'm doing. Pyrino, my first favor I would like to enact is I would like for you to laugh at my next joke when I tell it.
Okay.
Wonderful. Next, I would like to hear why you left your home, if you love them so much.
Beetles. There were too many beetles.
Oh?
The beetles kind of ate everything. Ruined the crops. It was a whole thing. May or may not have gotten chased out because they were my beetles.
I'm laughing again.
The lore drops are killing me. This is great.
Like,
Yeah, I'm laughing too.
Liari is not hiding any of this shit. It's just.
It really likes those
Wow.
5s, though, man.
Yeah, you're locked in.
Very good, very good. We'll learn more soon.
Mads now owes a favor.
Oh, Miss Fleetfoot, Miss Fleetfoot. It seems that you now owe me a favor.
Pretty.
Let me borrow your shadow for the next hour.
What now? Like literal?
What does that mean?
That means exactly what it is.
Like
Like Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Yeah. that was
Oh.
good. For an hour? I don't know if I like that. Mr. DM, what species is this man?
You rolled high on insight.
I did.
You did.
It was like a 28.
Mm-hmm. He looks a lot like a drow. But you're not sure.
Wait, I'm not sure that's foul. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. Like, you have to do it, but I'm just like, I don't like that for you. That kind of.
If there is a possibility that I could have another favor, I'd be willing to do that. I will still do this favor, but I would prefer another one if possible.
Very well, since you've asked so kindly.
Well,
Instead, please, Miss Fleetfoot, blow out this candle. He snaps his fingers, and a small table appears on your segment, Mads. It has a little candle on it, and it's lit.
and I
All
like
right.
that candle, Mr. DM. Is that candle sus?
You want to try and look at the candle?
Yeah, is that like one of them
Yeah,
trick birthday
give
candles?
it a perception check.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Can I do a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Mads wants to look at the candle too. He wants to look at this candle. Whose light are we snuffing out?
It looks very much like a normal candle. There's something very obviously magical about it. You're not sure what it does, though.
All right, I'm blowing out the candle then.
So, Mads, as you attempt to blow out the candle, you watch as that small tendril of black smoke kind of floats up when you blow out a candle, and then it relights. Oh, you obviously have to try harder than that.
Son of a bitch.
Can I make a funny comment?
Yeah.
And be like, I don't know if she can. She's got tiny lungs.
Damn.
Side eye.
Oh, Pyrino, I do enjoy your humor. And your trauma.
Who says that? What? Damn.
Do you attempt to blow the candle out again, by the way, Mads?
Yes. A little harder.
Go ahead and give me Constitution check.
For lung capacity.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
You blow the candle out, and you hold, like, you continue to blow air at it. It keeps trying to relight, and you just hold it. You manage to hold it long enough that it stops relighting. DC was 50. Well done.
Oh.
Oh,
was
you
gonna
figured
say,
that out
create
so
order.
quickly, Metalgarda. Very impressive.
Mads.
Oh, is that finally it? Nope, it's 3. All right, Mads.
Mads.
Yeah, Mads with a skin. Skin in the game. Roll a d4.
Am I hearing a weird doo sound? Where's that coming from? I'm losing my mind.
I don't know.
A 1!
Did you have
Exciting.
secret? Oh,
What's
God.
a 1?
A
Ah,
secret.
interesting. Mads, you feel a slight burn on the back of your left hand. And as you look down at it, a weeping eye looks back at you. Oh, look here. Quite the tattoo you have there, Mads. And as he speaks, the eye flicks to him.
Ew.
Do you like it?
I wouldn't have picked it myself,
It
but
flicks to you.
it's certainly got great characteristics.
Yes, it flicks to him. Of course it does. It's very intuitive. I do hope you enjoy it.
Is that finally it? Nope.
It is now. I'm turning the numbers
Once
around because I
again.
don't care anymore.
Okay, me gets the truth.
It's been like 30 questions and we have not hit you. We're mandatorily hitting
God.
you.
Oh my god, what can I say?
21 questions, but all the questions are for fire,
I was concerned I might not hit some of the PCs, but I was like, nah, like we'll do enough. We'll hit them at least, though. We'll hit Pyrie 18 times and Leari never.
I sure was the problem child this time.
Really, I think I was.
Oh, let's see. Leari Morthana. You have quite a history, I hear. What do you regret most?
Oh boy. Oh no, that one's pretty easy. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even have to. That's not really lore. That's just, what do I regret most? I regret abandoning. Where the fuck were we before this? What's the name of the place? Send help.
Silver Song.
Something. I regret abandoning Silver Song.
Silver Song. There is quite a bit happening over there. But you'd know all about that.
I don't think I know enough, actually.
I'm sure you can
That's part of it.
imagine.
I prefer not to.
Oh, but let it run wild. Just remember all the people that are there. Friends, perhaps?
I'm just looking at him.
Oh, we'll move on then. And he spins the wheel. No fucking way. Yo!
Organically me?
Organically you.
And I get a favor.
It seems, Leari, that the wheel has favored you. And so I shall grant you a minor favor. You may redeem it later, if you so choose.
What's the scale on what counts as minor?
Is this in-game or is this actual?
Either.
In-game. It cannot exceed something of a small trinket, or perhaps some coin. I can also put in a good word somewhere in the city for you, of course. I'm sure we can come to something mutually beneficial.
See, now I have a choice. Because high table, I have a few options that I have thought of. I'm gonna go with the fun option that gives us more D&D story party bonding time. So I'm gonna look at Tarvalo and I'm gonna say, I could use, what was it called? Like a, you know, the horse track where you need to know a guy who knows a guy?
We need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that called? the like I need an introduction for the racetracks. I have a horse that needs to be entered, but I heard I need to know a guy.
Everyone roll insight right now.
Wow.
Okay. You watch as Tarvalo grins a little bit too widely, like it reaches an almost unnatural portion of his face. And he turns and stares directly at Pyres. You don't say. What kind of horse would it be? I, myself, am quite a fan of exotic, faraway breeds.
He's asking me what breed my horse is.
Mm-hmm. Insight-wise, like, obviously he's very aware of who the horse is.
Obviously.
What the hell? I said nothing. I just said... Okay, fine, I'll just say this. I'm not exactly sure what breed it is, but it's fast.
Oh, of that I have no doubt at all. Which is exciting. I would speak to you about this after the game, of course. Is that
All right.
suitable for you?
Yeah, that works for me.
Wonderful. High table. Well, actually. Nope.
Actually, low table?
No. I was debating something,
On
but
the ground?
on the ground. Limbo. I would say that perhaps the game is done. I believe the wheel has been sated quite enough. He's gonna snap. You're gonna watch all the glowing segments of the wheel shudder, and those gold lines surrounding everything sort of flicker like a dying ember. The names etched into each of the segments fade one by one as the floor lets out a low, groaning sigh, like a beast settling back into slumber. The floor ripples, the velvet carpets slide back into place. All of the tables rush back in, and everything looks just as it did when you first entered. And as soon as the last curl of smoke rolls around Tarvalo's ankles and dissolves into the air, he claps his hands once. The lights brighten up and you can see everyone around in the hall. They've been seated enjoying drinks and bites as they watched the game. The bag of money is there. And so the wheel's appetite is sated for now. But the night is still young, my dear guests, so please indulge yourselves and enjoy one of our mini games. Tarvalo is going to turn to your group, slowly looking across each one of your group's faces. I do believe we have business to discuss now. Before he can direct you, Lady Vespera steps forward, her dice clicking and bouncing along her horns as she steps forward. A moment. I've come to collect what's mine. And Tarvalo tilts his head, amused. Oh! Is that your husband? As Vespera says, yes, my husband's soul. She places her glass down on the table next to her. I'll play you for it. My soul against his. Everyone roll perception. Mads and Liari got nothing. God,
Cracks.
God, fucking roll out here. Irie.
This is what my third 20 of today.
When she says, my husband's soul, she looks very quickly once at Silas.
Silas. Haha.
At those words, the music stops. A hush falls across the entire gambling halls. All the attendants freeze, and even the floating lanterns seem to dim and brighten. Tarvalo's grin widens. How deliciously sentimental. Very well. He snaps his fingers. Silas appears directly at his side, his porcelain mask expressionless, his gloved hands flicking a coin between their fingers. He hands the coin to Tarvalo. Tarvalo says, red or black, my dear? Lady Vespera replies shakily, but her voice wavers only for a moment as she replies, red. Let's see if fortune favors the devoted, Tarvalo says, flipping the coin. As a fun fact, chat, I don't know which one's gonna happen. Oh.
Oh, she hit that.
For a heartbeat, nothing happens as the coin lands red side up. Then Silas's mask cracks down the middle, falling away in two perfect halves, and beneath it, a man's face, pale, gaunt, lips stitched shut with silver thread. The threads snap one by one, unraveling like silk in the wind. Vespera doesn't move, doesn't breathe. Then her husband whispers, Vespera. She crosses the space in 3 strides, her composure shattering, as she grabs him, pulls him close, and his hands rise, slow, trembling, and they cradle her face. They kiss, and they immediately turn, giving no regard to anyone, as the attendants part around them as they leave. Her silver gown and his waistcoat vanishing into the shadows of the slums. Tarvalo watches them go. His smile curdled a bit at the edges. How tedious! Love is such a messy currency. Now, shall we discuss our business in more private quarters as he leads you onwards.
Mr. GM, I want to pick up my money.
Yeah, I'll say you pick up your money.
Yo, it's still there?
Yeah, I said that earlier. I was like, your money bag's still there.
Yo.
So,
How much is in it?
it's a great question.
I think it's a great question. That's a lot of dice you just rolled there, Mr. DM.
Crazy. 78 gold and 13 platinum in that bag. So, we'll get you into the actual lounge before we end tonight's session. But as he walks you back through that little back room you saw earlier, Mads, the guards part and then reclose the space as your party in its entirety makes its way through a small hallway and through some curtains into an opulent-looking lounge. Let me just give you the visual. The lounge features opulent metalwork and art mounted along the walls and on low shelves, as well as a private bar towards the back. A chandelier sits over a black marble table, occasionally dripping black wax onto the table below. He gestures for the party to sit in plush, high-backed chairs around the table as he pours himself a drink. The liquid red and thick as blood. Now, he says, settling into his own chair, let's discuss why you're here. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
I don't like that he knows everything, Mr. DM.
Yeah.
He knows too much.
It's
knows.
both made this easier and is probably going to become spicy very quickly.
What, the game wasn't spicy enough for you?
I like the game.
The game was fun, but that's like he clearly knows a ton of stuff that is like you shouldn't know.
It's interesting how a
That's
connected
why I was
individual might know things.
I don't know. Like I'm still stuck on like the race thing because there are certain things that I picked up that are like it would be super problematic if it was this, but you're like, well, it looks like a drow, and I'm like, oh god. Anyway,
It's hard for me to like affirm your statements without like revealing stuff.
Uh-huh.
So like I can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I understand where you're coming from and I get it. I promise there's reasons. That's all I can say. That being said.
I figure there's reasons, which is why I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
There's so much there.
Good job, guys. For real. You guys did great today. You did so much stuff today.
I really did.
I'm so good at saying shit without saying shit.
You got him to get annoyed. It was so great.
Like I said, it's my God-given gift.
Truly.
Part of me was hoping that I got the rhyme or have to say my thoughts out loud because, well, one, I would have tried to rhyme, but two, I would just sit there and I would just be imagining what everyone looks like in their underwear and he would hate me too.
Oh, that's fantastic. That would have been so funny.
Yeah. I was like preparing scenarios for... The only things that I couldn't prepare, obviously, is for like the questions.
Yeah, I was very excited to throw you guys a ton of questions.
True. That was almost like the forced bonding moment that we asked for a million years
Almost.
ago before everything went to hell.
I thought the
That
forced
was-
bonding moment was Mother Hazel.
We asked for like a lore bonding moment though.
Ah.
Cause you know, like, yeah, Mother Hazel was cool with the emotions and stuff.
Yeah. Lore bonding.
Yeah.
No.
Because I think we asked for that after that whole scenario.
I think you did,
And then
yeah.
we kind of just fit it in when we had the, what did you call it? The Dramageddon? What was it?
Oh, mad. Yeah, Dramageddon, I believe it was.
Yeah, Dramageddon.
Which was a really good
Ooh.
descriptor.
Ooh. Story time. I see story. Anyway,
I found my paragraph.
I'm very excited for that. I really enjoyed all your guys' answers and interactions with people. I didn't know if Pyrie was going to get a mimic today. So
I
that
have a
was
funny
neat.
idea for the mimic, and I'm very
Yeah,
excited
that's-
about it.
Yeah, that's a problem for sure.
It's a problem that Mr. DM provided, so blame him.
That's not my fault anymore. Like, I'm just playing. The world is something I create. What you guys do with it's your own problem.
Yeah, you created. I'm simply utilizing for the best of my God-given ability to annoy the
Oh.
shit out of everyone.
Also, I had a whole joke page pulled up for the 3-card game. And the first one I was gonna offer if someone got the Joker was, why do paladins wear chainmail? Because it's holy armor. You're welcome.
That's excellent. Why do rogues wear hide? Oh no, I already messed up the joke. Never mind.
Why do rogues wear hide? Literally just...
Why do
Yeah.
rogues wear leather armor? Because it's hide. I don't know. It's
Because
something
they
like
like
that.
to
Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
failing.
No, you're doing great. It's funnier when it's scuffed. Trust.
It really is.
Yep.
Mads.
True and real.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, but Mads, because Mads had the talk with the person. How do you feel about Vespera leaving?
I'm kind of sad that she had a husband. But
Really? Interesting.
no, I don't feel like bad about it. I'm glad that she was able to leave with her husband and got what she needed out of the situation.
Hmm.
And maybe now she'll be
That was-
happy.
A bittersweet ending.
Could have been a
Besides,
lot
if-
worse.
We're friends
Yeah.
now, so if I find her in the future, she might be able to give us answers and more money.
Yeah, you made a friend. You made another rich noble
I made another
friend.
rich friend.
How?
Mads makes the rich friends.
Yeah.
Larry just sleeps with everyone for information.
Yeah.
And Pyrie annoys the ever-loving fuck out of enemies.
True.
The
like
Holy
the crew.
Trinity, obviously.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Joe gets eaten, I guess. Like, that was fucking crazy, too. I want to
Yeah, Joe is bait. What do you mean?
He looks like a giant
very
crab. He looks
happy.
delicious.
I'm very very happy that
Hi.
Joe.
Heyo.
I know.
I'm very high.
I'm very happy that Joe didn't have any like high intensity questions.
Oh, I was actually looking forward to that too. But he did not get any. And I didn't want to like we could have probably done that for like an entire session, honestly.
That's true.
Probably.
So,
Yeah.
but you could always
It's
come
good
back
that
and
you
play
cut
again,
us
guys.
off. But
You know, something
It
tells me
will-
we're not gonna come back here once we leave.
see, the problem with what you've done, Mr. DM, is you've given this man that we were supposed to stop value. So realistically, in my mind, the option was it would be just easier to not have to negotiate them going legit and just fight a hoe. But now I'm either gonna have to negotiate or just let them live on because I want to come back and play the funny game.
I mean, I believe your job was to convince them to go legit or shut them down.
Yeah.
However
Yeah.
you go about that is your own business.
Huh? And I'm telling you, what I want to do has drastically changed because you've given this man value.
I'm happy that I provided value
Although-
to an NPC.
I really
Looks at
don't
Joe.
like.
I would like to adopt the silly ringmaster.
The silly ringmaster.
Low-key, the only thing that I'm worried about is his language around the fact that he said the wheel is plenty, like, satiated. I'm like, my brain is like, it's
totally
been
not
feeding off of
on
our
us.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I really dislike that wording there. That's the only problem. Like, I want to keep playing, but who knows what it did to us. I'm not the guy to notice. I'm not magically inclined. You know what I am inclined? Panties! Mr. DM, I'd like to roll to steal your panties!
Yeah, give me a double roll. Birthday roll.
Yeah! Oh,
Let's see if you can get a headband. Get a headband.
oh. But earlier, Zorlander gave me inspiration that I will use right now!
Ooh.
Oh, that was close, but that was also almost a 1.
It really was,
Which
yeah.
would have been the saddest thing ever.
Get it one episode, lose it the same episode.
World record speed run. It's okay, we're still net positive, baby. Woo. More inspiration!
Oh my
Let's
God.
go,
No.
coffee! We got so
Yo.
greedy!
Oh, man. 4 rolls.
Wow.
That makes 3 at the beginning, 2 in the middle, and 4 at the end. That was 9 rolls for panties today, Mr. DM.
Insane.
That is
Did
a
you
lot.
feel the wind as I was just grabbing and whiffing? All over?
It was very windy. Very windy.
Damn.
Got a breeze.
That's it was good. It was good tries everywhere. It
Well,
was fun.
I'm glad
That was a good
everybody
one.
enjoyed. We'll have plenty
Thank
more
you,
shenanigans to
Mr.
do
Woo.
soon. Next week. Next Monday. Y'all
Next
are
time on
Monday.
Candy Ball Z.
Yeah.
Balls me.
so excited for you guys to interact directly with him, like in a way where you're having a conversation rather than playing a game, if that makes sense.
Yes. Where we're not limited to what we can say and potentially not limited to lies. Although I don't like that tattoo that Mads has. Is that still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
It's a secret eyeball.
Yeah, literally secret eyeball. A very literal secret eyeball. And like, okay, so if the other one lights up when you tell a lie, is it supposed to like, oh, it's supposed to alert to a secret somehow maybe, but like that seems incredibly difficult. So there's gotta be something more specific. I don't know. I don't know what it does, but it makes me uncomfortable and it moves and I don't like it.
We'll add it to the list of
And we're
secrets that
going
this
to
party
Morcalla.
harbors.
We can't add it to the list of secrets.
Well,
It's
we
out
are.
or something. Morcalla, how are you
Morcalla.
removing
Mushroom Lady,
magical tattoo?
fix me.
Mushroom Lady has like basically become the baker of this new town.
The baker. You mean
Yeah,
like
'cause you're-
Baker.
Yeah, Vane, your girlfriend or whatever, she was the one that
My
was helping
side.
us. And like,
Yeah.
even though she
Yeah.
didn't like me. Now it's the exact
Well,
opposite.
you know, another halfling around with her girlfriend at the time made her uncomfortable, you know.
Girlfriend.
Well,
Girlfriend. Oh my
relationship person, as you will.
god. Your side
Situationship.
views, your situations.
The situationship, you know. We get it.
Yeah, at some point, I'm gonna make a note that I have to reattach Mads to the brain space, but
Oh,
yeah.
I couldn't take the pyre fruits.
Well,
What do you mean?
next
Yeah.
time it will be Pyrie or Liari who will give the recap. So be ready, everybody.
I won't be.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. That's okay though.
that's
on
the
that
fun
note-
part.
Let's go raid out. We're gonna go and say hi to Moho because I like Moho, and yeah,
Oh.
Moho, raid Moho. Haha. Ha ha.
Good
Yeah,
night,
of course.
Bobby. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to Coffee, but also happy birthday to Anna.
Happy birthday, copy.
Happy
Woo!
birthday, everybody. And then, of course,
Birthday.
make sure you go
Birthdays.
follow these wonderful streamers who play D&D with me. If you don't already, do it. They're amazing, and they stream a lot more often than I do. But,
oh my god, the two shoutouts are like dueling each other in the corner. Did you see that?
yo, I did not see it, but I bet they were.
It was funny.
We love birthdays.
Yeah, my birthdays.
But in any case, enjoy everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you all are happy and safe and
Stay bold.
stay bold. For real.
Play D&D.